Guys, we're live now, guys. We're live. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. We're live, guys. Let's go. My people, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. It's a brand new day today, guys. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope everything is fine. What a lovely weekend today, guys. We're gonna be discussing about the Ballon d'Or, the 30 players nominees for the Ballon d'Or. Who deserve it more? Who needs to win it more? So we need to we'll discuss about the Ballon d'Or. Who deserve it more? Who do we think win this more? People are saying Robert Lewandowski. People are saying Leo Messi. Some people are saying J5. So, who do we think deserve it more? Like the video, subscribe, guys. Like that video, subscribe. Like the video, subscribe. Like the video, subscribe. So, guys, let's go, guys. So, EJ, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm okay. How you doing?
I'm fine.
We're gonna be talking about the Ballon d'Or. Have you seen the 30 players nominees?
Yeah, some of the name was a joke. Seriously.
Some of the name of a joke.
Yeah, in my opinion, I thought some of the name was just like, oh,
which name? A joke.
I think Simon. Simon. I don't
Because
know
of what happened in Hero, that was the reason.
Yes, I think. Realistically, can you say he's one of the 30 top players in Europe or in the world?
Nope.
Exactly. I think it was just about what happened in the Euro and what he did in the Euro. So, and let me even look at the list. I said it because I was really angry yesterday at some of the list. And Gerard Moreno, he did something in the Europa League, but like, did he really deserve to be there? I'm not sure about Gerard Moreno too. I think there are so many better players than him. Pedri, yeah, he's been helping Barca, but like, can you really put Pedri as like one of the 30 top players in Europe right now? I just think maybe because of the amount of football he was playing during the summer and like for Barca. So I think some of this was just like for charity, Is that actually like what with your feet just said? Chiesa, Marquinhos. I think those players are even more like they have to be there even more. Like Chiesa, Marquinhos.
Yeah.
Because if you want to think about it, Chiesa was the reason Italy even won the final. If they equalized, without they're the Euro winners. So, and he also scored in the semi-final too against Spain, I believe. So, I think some of these names are like they shouldn't be there, but it all comes down to who will win. Who wins with deserve will tell us, oh, did this person really deserve? But now it's just like 13 nominees.
For me, it's tough at the moment to say who's deserve because people have been saying Messi, Lewandowski, Jorginho. Jorginho is not the most talented player in 2021, but he has already won trophies that both Messi and Lewandowski has won: the UCL, the Hero, and the Super Cup. That's like a trophies in one just one season only, in which Messi did not even won apart from the Copa America and the Copa del Rey. That's it. And both Lewandowski he only won the Bundesliga, the Copa, and the what's called the DFB Pokal was won by I think RSB Leipzig or Leipzig or Dortmund. I think one of them won it. So it's difficult to to say right now. But me, if they say the most, if the Ballon d'Or people want to put it in terms of accolade and trophies, I think it's gonna go to Jorginho. If it's gonna be based on
Yeah.
talent and endorsements,
It's
brand,
not
and
even about endorsements, it's about being the best player on the pitch. Like how much do you impact the matches? It's about like individuals. You can't just be like, oh, it's about the
Mhm.
team. Because a guy like Harry Kane, now I know Harry Kane is probably like no one of someone I want to use that as an example. But like, can you really succeed with that Tottenham team? I don't think you can, but he's always the best player. He's the best player on the team. So I
On the
think
team, yeah. If I don't say if it is individual, I think I'm gonna give it to Jorginho because if you look at what Jorginho impact in Italy has been, he's been sensational from the people say he didn't show well in the UCL, but he did his part in the UCL. In the Hero, in
yeah,
the Hero too, he was one of the pivotal player by Federico Chiesa. For me, he's a pivotal player in that Italy Euro coming up, and also in the Super Cup too. He played his part too. So you can't just say because Lionel Messi is this and that and that. So Jorginho has to be talking about people the way people talk about football now, they don't want to give Jorginho the rate just because it's Jorginho. That doesn't make any sense. For me, it
no,
doesn't.
it's about like stats. Like I don't think Jorginho have the stats. Right now
Mhm.
people don't. I don't even know if people watch football anymore. It's all about
Mhm.
stats these days. Like
Yeah.
they just want to see the numbers,
Mhm.
and that's how they judge the players.
If
And I'm
they're
like,
going to look at stats,
if you guys want to be judging players based on like
please, apart from
on,
the stats,
on stats, then
Lionel Messi
what's the point? Like
Messi only won the Copa del Rey
I
and
mean, Copa America, and
and
Copa.
that's the only what he won.
Yeah,
Lewandowski only won the Bundesliga. I didn't win anything apart from that. Jorginho wins the Hero, he wins the UCL, and he wins what? And he wins the Super Cup.
yeah.
Why I did not giving him a shout? Why?
I think people are giving him a shot. It's just like people like it's not their favorite player. So
It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay,
all of
was
this
Modric the favorite player in World Cup when he went into 2019? No, it was Ronaldo because Ronaldo
I
was
mean,
giving us. Ronaldo
I
was
look
playing his heart out. Like, in that season, Ronaldo scored 40 goals. I think
at
40
the
something goals. So what are you telling me?
like I just saw Ryan Stanley right now. Ryan Stanley is just like I don't think he should be there. Yeah, he had a really good heroes. Like I won't argue with that. But last year I didn't even play so much in the Premier League
That's why
because
I said. That's why I said this Ballon d'Or sometimes is looking suspect. Sometimes for me, it is
yeah,
looking suspect.
like can you say Stanley right now is one of the 30th.
Never will I say that. Never will I say that.
I mean, I know he's a great talent. He's a really good player. But
Mm-hmm.
during the past years, he hasn't proved that to us. He's being
Mm-hmm.
vetted by Grealish or Phil Foden. So, except his heroes, that's when he showed up and like it was scoring goals. It was helping England.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I would say, yeah, maybe he deserve it. And like I said before, Simone from AC Milan
Mm-hmm.
is because of what he did in the Euros too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think this is just like a charity thing for this
Because
nomination.
they'll be able to give the winner on the 29th of next month. That's what.
Yeah, but like if I'm to say who's gonna win it right now, like you said before, probably Messi, Lewandowski, and Jorginho. That would be my top three right now.
Those are the three people that are picking already. Those are the three people that are picking. But
Like I could
yeah, those
go.
are the top three that are picking for the Ballon d'Or shortlist. But I'm hearing some news that they are doing some polls. The polls should be out maybe next week or towards early next month. They're gonna know who's gonna win it this year. But they say they are confused. They are confused about who's gonna win because every player in that team deserve. Lionel Messi deserve it. Robert Lewandowski deserve it. Even Jorginho also deserve it too. So
Yeah, it's like a tough one to like decide
yeah,
because if you look
it's
at
tough
the
to deserve.
numbers, yeah, like all of those players are above Jorginho. They have the number. Jorginho don't have the numbers, but he have the trophy, and
To back it up. Yeah, he has to back it
it
up.
was
That's
important.
where
And
the problem is.
you can't just cancel out like his trophy and be like, oh, let us look at his stats or like,
No.
no, that would be unfair to him because it was, excuse me, it was important to like all of this run Chelsea made and even to
And the Italian national team too.
Italy. Like I can say maybe he isn't the best player, but like it was one of the most.
One of the pivotal player, yeah.
Yeah, because like I think Chiesa and Insigne maybe was up there with him. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Verratti later became a part time, but like not like when Jorginho
Mm-hmm.
was like. I think Jorginho started almost every game, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it did. Everything, yeah.
Yeah, so I think this some of these names is just like beyond me. Like, like like Marquinhos was wonderful thing last year. How he is on this list, I don't know why. And Cruz, I think Cruz should be here. So like what
Mhm.
he's doing our UCL run and even La Liga. I, I I think it should be on this list ahead of some guys, but
Mhm.
like the list is funny to me.
For me, the list it looks very suspect for me though.
Yeah,
Very
the list is
suspect.
funny, but I think we already know who is gonna be on the podium. Like
Mhm.
we already know, like yeah,
Mhm.
there's 30 players, but like we know some of these players, if you're being realistic, they won't be. They know they ain't even winning it. They were just nominated.
That's why I said it. That's why I'm hesitating to go to this channel because they didn't they're not giving George the credit he deserve. It's
Eh,
not the most talented
even
player. It's
even
not
HH isn't respecting it.
exactly. It's not the most talented player, but this guy has a trophy to back it up. He has won the Euro, the
Even
most
HH
watched,
is like
the most
the
watched tournament in the summer. He has won the Champions League, and also he won the Super Cup too. What else do you want him to do? What did Lionel Messi won in this year? In this last year, the Copa America and the Copa del Rey. That's it. Robert Lewandowski only won the Bundesliga. That was it. So I don't understand why they're not even giving Jorginho the respect he
yeah. I
deserves.
think like they just I've been on Twitter. Like there's a lot of things that
Mm-hmm.
goes on Twitter and be like, oh, and if I try to argue with some of these fools, then they try to be kind of racist and I
It's like, I don't understand. I can understand Messi in terms of branding, blah blah blah, and everything. But you cannot take trophy out of what the player has done in this season. You can't take trophy. That was when I was checking the poll yesterday, and most of the debate. The debate said it will swing into Jorginho's favor, and some people was like, "Why?" He said because he has the trophy to back it up ahead of Messi and Robert Lewandowski. He's not the most talented player, but he has a trophy to back it up. He has. Luka Modric in 2009 when he won the Ballon d'Or, he won the UCL. If I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah,
He
we
won the
won
UCL.
2018. Yeah, we won the
Yes,
UC.
he won the UCL. He didn't win anything in what's called international level, but he
I
won
mean,
the UCL.
you don't expect him to win against France.
Exactly. But Jorginho wins the Hero in this finish up Hero. He won it. He was one of the most pivotal players in that Hero. He won the Champions League and he also won the Super Cup. What else do you want me to do? It doesn't
Yeah,
need to do the
I think the disrespect is so much, but like you know, like it's I don't know what to say. It's complicated, like because the numbers, you can't ignore numbers too,
I'm not ignoring numbers,
So
but
like you can say yes, he has won all of these
the people
trophies.
choosing the Ballon d'Or are not daft.
Yeah,
They're not daft. If they want to put two of it into this equation, Lionel Messi and Lewandowski are out of the equation already. They're out.
yeah,
They're out already.
definitely. I think Lewandowski what they won last year. I think it was even
They
only
only won the Bundesliga only. That was it. The year
yeah,
Puka
yeah,
was won by Borussia Dortmund.
yeah. I remember that. That's all, like, and I don't know if they won the Super Cup. I'm not
No,
sure.
it was won by Dortmund.
The Super Cup also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Dortmund won it.
yeah. So like, yeah, it can be in the conversation. And Lewandowski didn't win anything with Poland. We already know that.
Exactly. It was knocked out. Messi only won the Copa America and the Copa del Rey. That was it. He lost the La Liga and the Super Cup also. What are you telling me?
Like it would have been more clever if Kante like went ahead and win. I mean, it would be more difficult if Kante went ahead and win the Euros also.
Exactly.
Because like when you have man of the match and when it
Mm-hmm.
was important in
Uh-huh.
semi-final and both semi-final, both leg.
SSB, my issue with HH is I will call this conspiracy theory. Yeah, you don't need to like a player. In as much as you can see what he's doing on the pitch for me, I'm good. People may not respect Jorginho, but what Jorginho is doing on that pitch for me is second to none for me. What he's doing on that pitch for me has to be talked about for me. You may not like the way he plays, but Jorginho is very pivotal for both Chelsea and for both Italian national team. The disrespect this guy is getting, I do not understand it. The disrespect he's getting for me, I don't get it. I don't get the disrespect he's getting. It may not be like Ronaldo, it may not be like Messi, but this guy is putting up numbers. He's putting up numbers too. He is. He's putting up numbers too. It might not be Messi, it might not be Ronaldinho, but this guy's putting up numbers. What are you telling me?
Yeah, yeah. So I think it's like disrespectful, but like if you have to look at all of the list and start to mention names, I would think it only has to do with what they did in the Evils. Like
Exactly.
some of this name, yeah, it only has to do with what Nico
Nicola Barella.
Barella.
He won the Scudetto with Inter Milan.
He won the Scudetto with Inter Milan, Euros with
Mm-hmm.
Italy, and it was even important. I would say Nicola Barella was important. I have,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
yeah, Karim Benzema. Yeah, it was good for us, to be honest. I won't say it wasn't good. It
Mm-hmm.
was good for us. And France was just unlucky to, I mean, they weren't unlucky. They couldn't defend two goal lead in the last 10 minutes. So that's in his fault. But I think it's fair to include Benzema right now because of if you look at his goal and assist, what he's doing right now,
Mm-hmm.
you can't ignore that. Bonucci, what did he do in
Nothing,
Serie
but he
A
won the hero.
except
The hero.
the Euro? So yeah, Kevin De Bruyne, okay,
Don't even mention. Don't mention that guy. Please don't mention him.
Kellini,
Don't,
Euro also. Cristiano Ronaldo,
in as much as I like Ronaldo, no, 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 no.
yeah, you
This
can
is
say
war.
it's just like
No.
he has the numbers, but like no trophy to back it. What did he even win with Inter?
He don't win anything.
I'm not sure if they won anything, but Ruben Diaz, Premier League merchant. Um, Donnarumma, yeah, what happened in the Euro?
Mm-hmm.
Bruno
He was the man of
Fernandes,
the he was the player of the tournament in the hero.
yeah, yeah, that's what I say. What he did in the Euro, and he made some crucial saves. Saving that penalty was also,
Mm-hmm. Even Edward Mendy has an impact than Donnarumma for me.
I mean,
Edward Mendy won the Champions League. He won the
yeah,
Super
but
Cup.
like you can say like they judge
He
him
is,
for
and
Euro.
the funny, Mendy is the best player in the Champions League. He has the most clean sheet in the UCL. Stat can back it up already.
Yeah, yeah, obviously. But this is Ballon d'Or, so like 30 top players, not like goalkeepers. He was nominated for Yash,
Rashim, yeah.
yeah, whatever it's called. Bruno Fernandes, yeah, is because of his number, not because he's that good. Foden for what he did, yeah, he has some impact in the Euros. You know, I won't count him out. Erling Haaland, yeah, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
numbers. Jorginho, yeah, we can talk about Jorginho being want to win. Harry Kane,
Mm-hmm.
he, like I don't know. Harry Kane is like what has he done this year? This Ballon d'Or is about what you did in the whole year. Isn't just about the heroes or like what you did in the
So
like it's this
if it's what you do in the whole year, in the whole calendar year, I'm
yeah,
gonna give it.
it's about
I'm
what
gonna
you
give
did
it.
in
I'll
this
give it to Jorginho.
and this
Absolutely.
calendar year. He hasn't scored any goal in the Premier League. Just so he's not there. Kante, yeah, what he did in your UCL run, and
Yeah. If I want to say the whole year, Jorginho he has been the most consistent player in 2021 for me.
yeah, yeah, I will agree with that.
2021,
I will agree with that. And
he's the most consistent
if
player for
if,
me.
if you look at Messi right now, Messi isn't being effective.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like he isn't continuing that run he did at Barca.
Jorginho eclipsed so many things to win the Ballon d'Or for me, ahead of Messi and Lewandowski for me. He eclipsed so many things. So
Yes,
many.
Simon Kaye is what he did in the Euros, and they didn't even win it. So I don't know why it's there. I mean, it was great to help Inter win the top four in Serie A, but I don't. I won't put. I will put Marquinhos Chiesa ahead of him in this
Why
list.
was Marquinhos not there?
You're asking the wrong person. Like people vote for this thing, So
Who are those people that is voting for this stupid stuff? Oh,
Aspilicueta, yeah, it was good in the Euros, even though they didn't win. And for Chelsea, Lewandowski, we already know why. Lukaku, yeah. Mahrez, I don't know. I'm not sure about Mahrez too. I wasn't so sure about Riyad Mahrez. It was good in some games and it was poor in some games. So and Pep rotated a lot. So I don't know what he did to like be on this list, but it's tough. And Messi Mount, I think was deserved. It was important. Pedri, I wouldn't put Pedri over a Tony Cruz or a Chiesa or like let me see where else I think should be on this list that isn't. Let me see. I can't think of one right now, but like I
I
won't put
don't understand people. See, the people. I told that the last time we talked about this Ballon d'Or, and I told you change. In as much as you told me Messi, Lewandowski deserve it. Giorgio deserve it. I was like, what of Giorgio? But I said it. The most consistent player in 2021 for me is J5. He is J5. He has trophies to back it up. He has trophies to back to win it this year. He's won the UCL. He's won the most watched tournaments in Hero 2020. He's won it. He's won the UEFA Super Cup. Messi only won the Copa America and the Copa del Rey. That was only what he won. Lewandowski only won the Bundesliga only. If you're gonna bring all those trophies in, Jorginho deserve to win the Ballon d'Or. He has everything to eclipse them to win the Ballon d'Or for me. So just because Messi they put up numbers and no, just also put numbers too. Recovery, passing, dominating possession, keeping the ball. No, those are the things Jorginho does also in football that people doesn't even talk about. So if you're telling me Messi put up numbers, Lewandowski put up numbers, Jorginho also to put up numbers too. So what are you telling me? In as much as Messi and this guy deserve it too, Jorginho deserves it too. He deserves it too. He does. I don't understand the people just analyze someone and just don't use their brain when they analyze stuff. I don't like it. I don't.
it's about like that favorite player, if you have been objective, sometimes you have to be objective about something. Like this guy is just like you don't see what they would do if they were fit or what they would do. You won't look at like their brand or the name of the back of the shirt. You have to be objective about something like, what did they really do that single year? And it's not just about what they have done in the past or in history of the game. And if we are to talk about this year only, I'll put Jorginho like top of the list. But I can't ignore some numbers also. I can't ignore some of these numbers. But right now, I'll say Jorginho for me should be the favorite. But I just know like because he didn't have the numbers, like the stats like he goals, assists, like, I think he has
SSB,
any
Messi, Lewandowski, and Benzema. I agree, but I still think Giorgio eclipsed both Benzema, Lewandowski, and Messi in the year 2021. See, Ballon d'Or doesn't. I understand Ballon d'Or. We talked about you have to win the UCL. Giorgio has won the UCL. He has won the Hero and he's won the UEFA Super Cup. Those three trophies won in just one season only. Eclipse what Benzema, Lewandowski, and Lionel Messi has done in this season entirely. This is a calendar year. Not just only one, two, 3 months. It's a calendar year. And he's won it. He has trophies to back it up. He may not be talented, but he has a trophy to back it up.
this is why I don't really get into all of this Ballon d'Or debate and all of that because people don't base it on like what you really did or what you won. They just base it on stats. And that's why like if you all want to base it on stats, what's the point of giving the Ballon d'Or?
Mm-hmm.
Because then it will only go to the forward or the wingers because there's
Mm-hmm.
no way a defender or like a midfielder will have that amount of goals or assists as much as the wingers and the striker. They can't get that numbers. No way. And when you realize, the last person to win the outfield player, the last outfield player to win it.
Yeah.
I mean, not outfield players like defender to win it was Cannavaro, which
2006. Yeah.
yeah, and Modric won it. Yeah, what he did, but it's rare. All of it has always been all of this forward. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why like I don't give too much into it. It wasn't like when there was this Zidane, Ronaldo, like that was based on like pure ability, what they did in that year. When Zidane won it, he won the World Cup, so it was already a stamp like yes he won it. So I think it's just like people are just choosing their favorite player at this point. They're not just looking at the whole year. But right now I'll put Jorginho as the best player in Euro. He won even the UEFA Man of the Year. So like
Yeah. Mhm.
you can say, oh, that was because it was in a good team. You can't make the argument it was just in a good team. Like it was important also. We have to remember that it was important also. Like
Mhm.
and so this argument is just like dead to me. Like people bringing up numbers and be like, "Oh, he doesn't have goals and assists. He doesn't have goals and assists." I just think that's like a weak argument to give. But when you look at what he does on the team, I saw a stat and I was like, it was first in everything, first
Yeah,
one.
it was first in recovery, first in interception, first in passing, first in dominating play, first in almost everything he does in the hero.
Yeah, so you can't argue against that. Like as much as I would like to praise Lewandowski for scoring in both Bundesliga and in the Champions League. He
Hmm.
didn't win it at the end of the day. He got injured.
Yeah.
And can you say, oh, Chelsea win it without Jorginho?
Nope.
I don't think you can say that. Do you say that the same for Italy? I don't think
Nope.
you can say that too. So it's not just about all of these numbers and all of these numbers, all numbers is important. You know, the role people have to realize the role he play on the pitch is the midfielder, so he can get some assists, but like goals, he won't be able to get that because he's a midfielder.
Hmm. But
So
for him to be given the FIFA, for him to be given the FIFA best player, definitely FIFA are watching him. FIFA
yeah,
are keeping an eye on him. You can't see. You can't be given the best player an award without people keeping an eye on you. People doesn't rate Jorginho for me in the way they have to rate him because they say Lewandowski, this Messi, that. I get that. But Jorginho for me is the most consistent player in 2021. If you're talking about 2021, he is. He has won the Hero. He has the UCL. He has the UEFA Super Cup, in which Messi and Robert Lewandowski didn't even win 2021. Take them out of the equation entirely. Jorginho is the favorite for me. He may not be that sexy player, black brand people want, but he has something to back it up. He has. He has something to back it up. I don't understand why people are hating on him. I don't get it.
and he hasn't even won it, so I don't know what all of this is all about.
I don't
He's
get.
just like in the discussion for it. He hasn't won it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like people are being too reactionary. I think definitely is one of the favorites to win it. I won't say it's a clear cut favorite. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have to put into consideration like if Messi doesn't play for Barcelona, the Barcelona still make top four.
I don't think so.
That's hard to tell. Like, do Argentina win the Copa America? Maybe, maybe not. And Lewandowski, okay, yeah, they win it anyway. So I still think Bayern will win the Bundesliga without Lewandowski. So I think it should be between Messi and Jorginho. But even Messi right now isn't like the same Messi. He isn't like making that same impact for PSG like it was at Barcelona. So I thought like right now I'll put Jorginho over him because he's just been amazing. But it's just it's just people voting for their own player. I don't get the hate towards him too. Like he did his thing on the pitch, he did his talking on the pitch. So I don't understand the hating, but that's just what people are all about, you know.
The Jande break. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Give me your take on the Ballon d'Or because so many hate.
Can you zoom in on my picture?
Relax, relax.
No, no, zoom in, zoom.
What's this?
I mean, how many Ballon d'Or is enough? Cristiano, Messi.
Neither.
How many is enough? They keep shifting the standards. Once it's for individual for the entire calendar year, then it's for the like when Cristiano somehow shifted the entire narrative because he scored a hat trick against I think Sweden was it?
Mhm.
It should have been Ribery. How does Iniesta or Snyder not win it in 2010? They keep shifting the narratives to suit their agendas. Once it's for the entire year, then it's, well, it doesn't matter. It's an individual accomplishment. So even if he did not win anything,
Mhm.
let's give it to him. And people just because they've won so much, people now act like it doesn't matter. You see now Neymar fan trying to stir up the Neymar versus Dino. Dino has a Ballon d'Or to show that for 1 year he was the best player in the world. The idea that Lewandowski for that last season does not have one to show that will matter when people go back and look at Lewandowski. Oh, he played in the Bundesliga. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
The Ballon d'Or matters. The idea that because they want stat pad on these trophies to show, they can't win the World Cup, so they have to stat pad on the trophy and drop other players who actually earned it.
Then let me ask you this: do you think, be very objective, do you think Jorginho deserves to win the Ballon d'Or based on what he's won in Chelsea and in play?
My objective opinion is no. Even yes, he has the team accolades. So does Arbeloa. I think Arbeloa won everything. So at one point, I'm not trying to diminish his role. He played an important role for the Chelsea side and that uh, Italy side. But he's not even the best midfielder in Europe.
It's not the best, but at least it's very pivotal in so many stuff Italy and Chelsea has been doing. If you look at the year 2009, if they're gonna tell me the most consistent player in 2021 for me is Jorginho. For me, he is Jorginho. It's
He's not,
J5.
he might be consistent, but I don't really see what's the difference between Jorginho and Jordan Henderson.
Relax,
Th-
relax.
no, no, no. This is no slight on Jorginho.
Mm-hmm.
What's so special? What's so world class about Jorginho as a footballer that would merit him to be? He's not. I highly doubt you could classify him as world class. So the
I
idea
think
that you would give it to someone who's not even at that level
I
is
think
a bit.
the way Jorginho plays for me, the name world class for me has so many has so many positive and negative. It has so many A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H on it. But if you look at the way Jorginho plays, it's different than the way other midfielder plays. Because Jorginho for me is a specialist in what he do. He's the professor in what he does. Because the register route has always been described by Andrea Pirlo in Italy. And I think the very close player to that is for me his job. People may say Bush Coed. Yes, I agree. But Jorginho for me, in terms of dictating of play, passing ability, and everything, Jorginho has it. He may not be that flair player or that most like dominating player, but Jorginho, when he plays, you have to respect what he does because he does something on the pitch right. Most people doesn't even have that caliber of doing. That's why if you want to put a world class, I would think world class level is a little bit too much for me. But is the caliber of that world class for me? Is
Either case, personally, I would give it to Lewandowski just to,
mm-hmm,
a player of his he. It's not like he did not do anything. He won the league, and he broke Gerd Muller's record.
mm-hmm,
So these are achievements that merit such high caliber
mm-hmm.
trophy. And Messi, let's not act like Messi did not drop a disaster class in the final. Messi missed the one-on-one.
He missed two one-on-one, two, not even one, two.
We can say he was injured. That's fine, but we're judging on the entirety of the competition.
Mm-hmm.
He was not the guy that delivered the result in the final match. I don't see why that they can stat pad all they want. If they don't have the World Cup, it cannot compensate for the World Cup, no matter
Mm-hmm.
how many Ballon d'Ors they keep stat padding on.
Mm-hmm. According to Sky Sport, do you believe that they didn't even choose Jorginho in the competition? Messi, Lewandowski, Benzema, Mbappe, Bruno Fernandes. What?
You say
Alan,
it's all about stats. All of those guys.
Thomas Suchek. Are you fucking kidding me? What?
Suchek. Did you say Suchek?
Are you kidding me? Thomas Suchek. Whoa.
Nah.
This guy's supposed smoking. Let me share it out. I'm being
No.
serious right now. I'm serious. Are you kidding me? Wow. Did somebody just do that? Are you kidding me? This is what I saw. Well, like seriously speaking, wow, 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 wow. Thomas Suchek, like seriously, wow. This is
Uh,
deep. Hold on.
I have a
This is what I
question.
saw. This is what I saw.
Yeah.
Memphis Depay. What?
Harry Kane, Lukaku.
I have no word to say. I have no word. I'm short of word.
Suchek and Memphis Depay.
I'm short of. This is Sky Sport. Not even. This is the. I don't think these people see it. They're a bunch of idiots.
Like, what did they use to judge this game? That's all I want to know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes didn't win any shit. Take him out of that equation. Thomas Suchek. Are you kidding me? Like
What did
seriously?
what did Haaland do? Haaland is great, but what did he do?
I mean, yep.
Was it the cup?
What's
Maybe.
more with the cup? So you can say this something.
Oh, fair enough. But Susek.
Suchek. I don't know. I don't know. I think
That's
that
weird.
was well, probably put in there to add up numbers. I don't know.
Uh, honest question: do you think Neymar merits the top, being part of the top three, being a contender for the Ballon d'Or?
No.
No, they didn't win the League One, and yeah, they only reached
I say that because
quarterfinals and something
there was an infographic that's been used that Pedri in one season played the equivalent of what Neymar played for the past 4 seasons. That's 70 games. That Neymar only played 70 games in the past 4 seasons. And he keeps getting put in the discussions of the best players. You barely play half a season every year.
Mm-hmm.
So how how does that work?
Now people are bringing up start now. This is what I hate most in football. In 2021, Messi had 37 goals, 14 assists, won the Copa America and the Copa del Rey. If there's any doubt on whether Messi's slow start to PSG affect the Ballon d'Or chances, he made sure that he shut them up with a notorious effort against Man City. Producing such a moment in such eye-catching Champions League will, in all likelihood, ensure a seventh point for the legendary Argentina player. It's tough, man. It's tough. This is the life we live at the moment.
So if Messi did not score against City, he does not deserve the. I mean, if the case for you to win the Ballon d'Or rests on a goal in a group stage game, how solid is your case?
I don't. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused already. I'm so confused at the moment. I am confused. Okay, what if Messi burst to the Copa America? I didn't win it. Is it still gonna be in the conversation?
I mean, if you reach the final,
No.
I think it will still be.
This is the yeah exactly. This is where I'm going to. This is was it the dilemma in 2012 with Van Dijk. You had Messi who was judged by his productive, but Van Dijk was a defender. That is why it was so close with the voting. Yes, 2019 to Van Dijk was for me the best defender in that 2019. But what it was given to Messi because of his production. And
Yeah,
I think 2008 also was
you can say that. Come on.
2018 too was very similar too because 2018 Modric did not win the World Cup, but he had a very good tournament in the World Cup, and it did very well in the UCL. So I think that
Hey, to be fair to Modric, he won the player of the tournament, which yeah,
yeah.
Jorginho didn't win unfortunately, but
Mhm.
he won the player of the tournament. And like when you have team like Croatia, no disrespect to Croatia, but like
Mhm.
there's no way,
Wait.
no.
How do they judge this Ballon d'Or winner? Is it based on what you have won, as your talent, the trophies, or what? How did they judge it?
I think it's mostly like I think trophies included, but it's more of like individuals thing, like what you did in that year, you know. Like I can bring up like some like some Ballon d'Or that either Messi or
Another one.
one
They
that
don't
didn't
deserve it.
win like any trophy, but their numbers speak for themselves, and they were given just because of the numbers. So I don't know if they still use trophies or like they're using numbers. It's kind of I don't understand how they do the voting, but I know it's voted by like managers and captains of clubs. So it's it, it's a
Because I'm hearing Mancini, the Italian manager, said all Italian players, both the managers and everybody will vote for Jorginho. Everybody in the international team.
I mean, players can vote actually because it's only like their captain only can vote. Only
Yeah,
captain can vote.
Chelini already said that he's going to vote for Jorginho.
Yeah,
Manager also is going to vote for Jorginho. His staff also is going to vote for him. And I think most of the Italian fans also will vote for Jorginho too.
I don't think fans vote.
But yeah, fans may have their say though. You never know.
I'm not sure. I think it's only journalists across the world, like one journalist from each country. So I'm not sure though. So like it's all about the numbers. Like once you have the numbers, you'll win the trophy. It's all about the number.
For me, it's very
It's just like in 2012, if I'm not wrong, was it when did Spain win the World Cup actually?
20.
2012, right?
2012, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
J5 is not an offensive midfielder player. You can't judge him based on goals and assists. That is important and logic.
yeah. That's what I was saying earlier when I said people are doing this based on goals and assists. And when you look at Jorginho, it's not a cam or even like a second striker. So this logic is kind of dead, Like I don't understand the logic.
Okay, let me put it this way. Let's say Jorginho wins it now.
Yeah,
Does it deserve to win it or like?
I would say he's up there, but for me personally, if you ask me personally, does it deserve it? Yes. If you ask another person, they probably will say, like legendary Greek was saying, you were like, oh, it wouldn't give it to Jorginho. But if you ask me personally, what it did for France, I mean, for Italy and for Chelsea, I would give it to him because it was even consistent. It wasn't injured. It was important to the team. I would give it to him. But some others will like disagree. But if I am the one you asking, and I have to give it to someone right now, yeah, I would give it to Jorginho.
EJ, I have a question to you. Since Mason Mount made it, I think he made the top 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if England won, we'd be talking about Mason Mount to win the Ballon d'Or.
I mean,
It's possible.
you know,
It's possible.
that's yeah. I don't know.
It's possible. Legendary, it's possible. Money Mace, it's possible. With Money Mace, it's possible. It's possible because the
No, actually, I wouldn't give it to Messi man just because, unlike Jorginho, he played all of the matches. Yeah,
he has an impact. Not that
he
he doesn't
played
have an
all of the
impact.
matches, and it was actually important. Messi man for like Messi man wasn't the important piece in that English team. They were just rotating it around. Sometimes Grealish plays, sometimes he plays. And he didn't play all of the game unlike Jorginho. Jorginho was really important, even doing the finals, taking the stepping up to take a penalty. It's a tax, and he was able to do his own part. So I think I will give it to Jorginho. I won't say Matt deserve it because yeah, as much as you want to say, oh, he also won the CL. He didn't win the Euros though. Like you just that's like hypothetical. You're speaking in hypothetical. If he wins the Euro, should he be winning the Ballon d'Or? I will still say no because in the Chelsea team it wasn't the best, and in England it wasn't also the best. So I wouldn't give it to Messi Mount like you asked me. You can say, oh, Jorginho wasn't the best for Chelsea, I would say yeah, I would agree with that because Kante was there also, and when you win man of the match, both
Mhm.
in the final and semi-finals, you can just say yes, this guy is that's the dude, and like unlike Mason Mount,
SSP, it wasn't a disaster. It was abysmal. It was so bad.
I mean in the final especially, I thought yeah, in the final it didn't show up in the final at all. So I wouldn't give it to Mason Mount because it didn't show up in the Euro. It showed up some games, but not all games. So
Legend, I think if I not put numbers and everything, Lewandowski and Leo Messi for me deserve to win. But you can't negate what Jorginho has done, what he's won. Because people may say this and this. See, legendary. Trophies has it that back Jorginho up. Trophies back him up. Over Lionel Messi and Robert Lewandowski. Trophies. It's one trophies that in 2021, both Messi and Lewandowski hasn't even won at all. At all. Jorginho may not be this flashy flair player, but he's won something to show you that yes, I deserve to be in the conversation. Like he deserves to be in the conversation. I can understand why people are not voting for J5. So I can understand why I wasn't giving it to J5. But people may say no, and those kind of even people are already bringing a start of Messi winning the 7 Ballon d'Or. Like you guys relax, man. Relax, man. The only Messi he has a disaster in 2021. You only win the Copa America and Copa del Rey. What are you guys telling me? So you're gonna get someone who has done so many for the whole entire 2021. Just for many for the whole 2021, Messi has been abysmal. He's been bad for FC Barcelona. What are you telling me? So you can't just come and just be like that's because you idolize Messi that you can't say the truth and not say the truth. That's bullshit for me. That's a bullshit argument for me. It doesn't work that way. Football doesn't work that way. You have to show it all that you deserve it. And Jorginho deserve it for me. Because trophies has it. Trophies can back it up that yes, he's won something. He won the Euro. He won the UCL. He won the Europe UEFA Super Cup. What does he want him to do again? It showed you that he wins something. He deserve it. So what other people talking about? What are people talking about? I don't understand people, man. I don't understand people. I don't get people, man. I don't get. I
it's
don't get people.
it's about the numbers, like I say, it's about the numbers, and like yeah, you can say it wasn't the best player in his team. That's one thing that is downing like is what should I call it? The criteria of him being like, oh, the clear favorite. Because you can say, oh, it wasn't the best player for Italy. I don't think that's a bad take. Or it wasn't the best player for Chelsea. That isn't a bad take. And like when you want to give someone a Ballon d'Or, they have to be the team best player, which he wasn't. Like we can say, oh, Modric wasn't the best player for Real Madrid. Fine, when he won it, you can say, oh, you can make the case. But when it came to Croatia, it was
Mhm.
actually the best player. He was actually the best player, and he actually
I
won.
think I can have an argument with Jorginho being the most consistent player for Italy in the Euro. He might not be he is the most consistent player for
Yeah,
me.
that's the different scenario. Being consistent, being the best, that's different.
So wait, let's say this is scenario now. If Jorginho wins it now, do you say he deserve it or like it was just like but because people are already saying that if Jorginho
I
wins
mean,
it,
I would say that like, well, if you look around, like, who else will I give it to? Like, no one won as much trophy as he did. I wouldn't say it's a robbery. Like some people are saying, oh,
people
um,
are already saying it's a daylight robbery if Jorginho wins it.
oh, Lewandowski is robbed. But like, if Jorginho win, I won't say it's a rob trophy. I mean, a rob award for him. But I'll just say, oh, it wasn't the best player in the world when it was out. Like we can say, yeah, it's consistent, but it wasn't the best player. So,
I
so
think
Legend, let's say Jorginho wins it now. How would the reaction be? Would it be like Lewandowski and Messi has been robbed, or was it just it's just here, so I think it deserves to win it?
I mean, if I'm a Haaland or Mbappe or the next Ballon d'Or, future Ballon d'Or winner, I'd use Jorginho winning it as an indication of how poor football was in this era.
Wow.
I mean, what's his trademark? If we take away his penalties, what's there?
I think the way Jorginho plays is different than other midfielder though. It's different.
Let's be real. I think the issue, the part of the complication with Jorginho is you can't do what you did with Salah. With Salah, they compensated him with the best goal of the year.
Mm-hmm.
What goal are you gonna use for Jorginho?
I don't think goals matters, but Jorginho has trophies to back it up. That's what the
I,
issue.
under- I understand, but if they don't give him anything to compensate him,
He was the
gonna
men's,
look.
he was the men's player of the year though. UEFA men's player of the year.
Yeah, fair enough.
He is the he's currently the UEFA men's player of the year. So it's tough right now, but the way people are talking about Jorginho not being the best, it may not be the best player, but the way people are talking about it, like it doesn't make any sense for me. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense for me.
And that's just my opinion. He's not the best player. That's what he's like. Not making his case like clear cut because he isn't the best player. And this award is about who was the best player, which
Mm-hmm.
Jorginho isn't. So it's like I'm trying to defend him as much as I want to, but if you are being realistic, he isn't the best player, but he was just consistent ahead of others. Like
Okay, so based on the report I'm hearing now, the winner will be decided by next month, towards the middle of
I think it was always December or something like that.
no, it's been changed this year. It's gonna be November.
Oh,
November the 29th. It's gonna be in Paris. It's gonna be in Paris this year, November.
I guess the this is probably like a decided Ballon d'Or winner already.
Wow. You think it's been decided already?
Yeah, if it's like that close, because it's always in December.
Yeah, I'm hearing that it's in November, November the 29th of November. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not sure how true it is, but that's the report I'm seeing.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised because I saw a leak what's it called image, and they were like, oh, Messi won the Ballon d'Or this year. I won't be surprised because even before like the Ballon d'Or nominees was out,
Mm-hmm.
people were already linking it. Oh, who was in the?
I even saw a report that said Jorginho wins it already ahead of Messi and Lewandowski for me.
I mean, you told me about the UEFA men's player.
Yeah. Yeah. The UEFA Messi I already knew he like 2 days before the award was given.
Yeah, so like all of this thing I think is already voted for. Like they just like putting it out, like so the fans can debate, and it will bring up spice. So this thing is just like it's a vote. It's not like based on numbers. If it's like the golden boot, you already know. Oh, yeah. If you have the numbers, yes, you are the favorites. But this isn't the golden boot, so like it's kind of hard.
Because the argument will be people already saying if Jorginho wins the Ballon d'Or, they're gonna self-harmed. It's gonna be like a World War IV. I'm like, are you guys kidding me? It's not the bad. It's not the bad. That's what I want people to understand. He's not the bad player. He has a specialized way he plays in football. People need to respect the caliber of player he is. I don't understand why people are just coming out and saying they're gonna self-harm, they're gonna do this. Relax. Jorginho is a different kind of player. He is a different kind of player. He's different. And the way people say he's different.
Yeah, I agree with that. The way he
He's
plays.
different. I don't understand why people are just putting so many stuff out. It's different kind of midfielder. You can't compare Jorginho to Modric to Kroos. No, they're different kind of player for me. They are different.
And that's what you see. Oh, was someone talking before?
No, continue. See, according to the start now, people are bringing out the start. This is the start for Jorginho. 7 appearances, 7 starts, 705 minutes, 484 successful passes. 25 interceptions, and 620 touches. Just in the Euro only. That is in the Euro.
How
Not in
many
the
how many of these passes were progressive? A lot of the time he just goes for the easy safe pass, either a back pass or just sideways.
stuff. This is. I'm
If
gonna
we
be
look,
losing
Yeah,
stars like that.
yeah, yeah. I understand what legendary Brick is saying right now. Like stat can be deceiving, you know. So, but
Mhm.
yeah, you can look into that also. I don't think that's bad. I don't think Georgino progressive passing is just like say Mason Mount also a can have it. So you can say sideways passing, but that's what he was instructed to do, and he does his job. So I don't think you can blame down on Jorginho. It's just like the instruction from the coach.
I think that is the way Jorginho plays, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said you can use that against him because it would be like, oh, it won't be fair to him. It's just like that's his position. Mhm.
but even if it his position, let's look. There are similar players. We like to say Regista and give the other no, I mean different names for the position. He's playing a deep lying playmaker or a defensive mid. There's Fabinho, there's Pirlo,
No,
there's
no, no, no. Jorginho is a register. Fabio is not a register. Fabio is a proper DM, just a DM only.
I mean, he plays those progressive balls behind the defense that Jorginho was known for with Napoli.
Mm-hmm.
So he does similar stuff, and I don't think Jorginho is. I mean, he masters a particular thing. He's not. I mean, his passing range is not that elite. It's good. It's not Modric or Iniesta level.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is a bit suspect, you know. He's a good defender, but it's not also like Casemiro or Fabinho.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I know. I agree with that. I agree.
he's not a master of his craft. That's the issue with Jorginho. Even
But the issue
here,
with legend, the argument I could come out with, I tell you, is he is the professor. What he does is the best for me in what he does. He is for me. It's difficult to find player that what Jorginho does in football right now. People will say Bush quit, but I don't think the way Jorginho plays is kind of similar to Sergio Busquets playing the way he does. Both of them are different players for me.
They're similar, but if you're to pick someone, it would be Busquets. Obviously, I'm not saying this year Busquets, but like
Mm-hmm.
when Busquets was in his prime, yeah, like I said, they were similar. You know, it's about like them training, passing, winning the ball, and like just passing to the next man next to them. So I'll say it's similar, and
Mm-hmm.
Busquets is more like better than him there. So, but you're talking about this year, Busquets wasn't doing anything spectacular this year. You know, like both
Mm-hmm.
for national country and for Barca. So it can be in this conversation.
That's what my issue is. People even got Lionel Messi start. Messi has been from the beginning of the season till the end, rightly before he wins the Copa America, he has been trash. Messi has been bad. He's been bad for me. He has been bad. It's not the Lionel Messi we know. So bringing out this argument and saying when he wins the Copa America in top, Georgia also win the Hero. So what are you telling me? So not just because I'm a Chelsea player, I'm kind of backing Georgia, but the disrespect this guy is getting, that's what I don't like. Like I'm not saying it's the overwhelming favorite to win it, but at least you have to give this guy credit. He deserves some credit. He deserves some credit from me. He deserves some credit from me. I mean, I'm checking something. He deserves some credit from me though. He
Yeah,
deserves.
you can say that because like they nominated him, and if he makes the top three, I don't think you can say it was disrespected. If he makes the top three, you can say, "Oh, you can say this guy was disrespected." What
Mhm.
was disrespectful is when the list come out and he didn't make the top 10, like
Mhm.
10 votes.
Yeah.
Then you can say, "Oh, this has been like unfair to Jorginho, but like so far everyone has been giving him his credit. Winning the UEFA Man of the Year, you know,
Mm-hmm. But when people say they will save harm if he wins the Ballon d'Or, there's not a worse player.
well, it doesn't affect Jorginho.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you self harm, that's your choice.
That's on you.
That's on you, not Jorginho's business. No, but I just think like people are like
So
over.
I'm checking. Legendary book. I'm checking something. And since you said how many successful passes Jorginho has made, I'm checking it right now.
It's a progressive, I think.
Is it progressive or successful passes?
Progressive. I mean, you can just bring up all of the stats. Like, it has to really do with like progressive passing, passing to like inside the box, and I think
Yeah,
that
progressive passes he had in Hero is 91%, 91.6 progressive passes to the opposition box. 91 passes. He,
that's great. You know,
he had 106 on 1,759 minutes. So 91.6 progressive passes. And I think area duo is 0.5, area duo was 1 in the Hero. Just in the Hero only. So I think for me, he's a most successful player in the Hero based on what I'm seeing right now. So I don't know understand why people are hating on him. That I don't understand. I find it difficult to understand for me. So another stat also tells me he has 90.4 progressive successful passes. That see another one is saying it again. In
I
the
think
Hero, see
about
another one said it in the Hero tournament only. The Dream has 93.4 progressive passes. In the Nations League, he has 90.6 progressive passes to the opposition half. In the EPL, he had 89.8 progressive passes. Start as it to back Jorginho. I don't understand why. This is not me. This is the start I'm seeing right now. This is the start I'm seeing right now.
you can argue against those stats. It's like, what can you say against those stats? He has the stats, so automatically, like it should be in like in the list of like 30
Ah,
players, and he already is. So people are just overreacting. Like who actually win is. I don't think like anyone will have a prop. I mean, some people will have a
people
problem.
said they will have a problem with Jorginho winning. That he's not the best. He's not the best midfielder in the tournament in the world right at the moment for me. And I agree, he's not the best, but he is the best in what he does for me. We shout on Andrea Pillow for this, Andrea Pillow for that. Yes. After Pillow, who is the better register apart from Pillow? Who has kind of that position register? Who has bring it up is Jorginho for me. The register role. It is Jorginho for me. So credit has to be given to him because he actually did something that people can see. People
Yeah,
doesn't rate him that highly, but when people watch him and play, you know this guy is a baller. You can see it in him.
yeah, but I think people are just focused on like overall, like is he the best player? Like I said before, he isn't the best player,
Mm-hmm.
but like what he does is probably like the best in it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're that good for your country and your club,
Mm-hmm.
like you can argue against like what he has done for both country. I mean, both country and club.
Now I'm going back to I went back to go and check the UEFA, the UEFA Euro 2020. There's a player rating there. I've gone back to check it. According to the stat, he played 7 matches, 706 played. He had 93% progressive passes accuracy, just in Euro only. Top speed, top speed kilometer per hour, 27.7 kilometer per hour. Distance covered in just Euro from the beginning of the tournament to the end of the tournament, 86.4 kilometer per hour. He made 11 tackles, ball recovery, 46%. So Jojo does something. People are rating. This is the start from the hero. I'll bring it up for people to see now. This is the start from the hero. So you have to respect what this guy does. To respect what he does. This is the start. This is it here. But you have to respect what this guy did. I don't understand people are kind of hating on Jorginho. This is it here. This is it. This is the hero. Look at the Euro 2020. Can you guys see it? This is the start here. 7 matches. See, passing accuracy. You see it? You see it? Ball recovery, 11 tackles, kilometer per hour, 1, distance covered. You see it? Foul committed. See, why are people not rating him then? Why? Why are people not rating him?
Like because of his style of play, I think.
What other? He's a register, and their pillow was a register in his during his own tenure too. So what are people saying? No excuse for me.
It makes it easy though. Like judging, I don't say judging doesn't make it easy. Like it makes it easy too, but it's just not like pleasing to the eye, like how Pillow used to do it. When Pillow spraying passes, when he passes,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he can just find passes with the back of his head. He knows who to play it to next.
I know, but Andrea Pirlo and then Jorginho are different caliber of player. For me, they are different caliber of player for me though.
Yeah, I think they're similar, but like Pillow is like on top of like Pillow was still better. I think that's why I have an issue with him.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't understand why people are hating on Jorginho, but it doesn't deserve it. For me, it's tough though. This will be more clearer by next month before the voting. It will be more clearer that who's gonna win. Imagine, I'm just so happy because if there was a FIFA Club World Cup in December, I think that is when Jorginho will surpass what Messi and Ronaldo have won. But that is gonna be put into next year by February because of the COVID-19. So for people who doesn't rate Jorginho for me, I rate him because I've seen what I see what he does in Chelsea. I give him a rating. I see what he does in Chelsea.
It's
I see
just
what
about
he does.
favorites right now.
You say what?
I said just about people's favorite right now. Like I don't really read too much into Ballon d'Or anymore because I've noticed it's just about
That stuff for me is being rigged though. It's not something I can tell that much. But EJ, but for Jorginho to be given the best player, UEFA men's best player, then that shows something from the UEFA. There's something UEFA are watching in which people are not seeing. You don't know what I'm saying? You can't be given the best player by UEFA if you're not that good of a player. You don't get what I'm saying? If you're not that good, UEFA will not rate you. But for UEFA to rate Jorginho highly, then he's doing something that we as the fans are not seeing. You get my point?
I think people can live with that because it's only had to do with UEFA. You know, when Ballon d'Or comes now, that's like all overall. Like it's not just about stick to one competition. But when it's the UEFA Men's Award, it was just like, oh, what he did for both what's it called? What he did in the UEFA competition. So like him winning that, I don't think it was
Okay.
a surprise.
The award ceremony, which will commensurate the winner, will be held on November 29th, 2021. It will take place at the Theatre de Chalet of France. It's going to take place in France.
Wow.
November the 29th. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
I just think like people are overreacting to this thing, you know.
I don't know why you. Let me see. Okay, I'm looking at people who will decide the winner.
I know it's journalists and captains.
Journalist, national team coach, and captain.
Yeah, like I said before.
So if national team coach and captain, all the Italian national team coach, they will vote for Jorginho. Roberto Mancini already said it. They asked him, he said he will vote for Jorginho. You challenge him out and say it.
He can only speak for his own country. I don't think you can put a stamp on it like all of them national coaches.
Okay, they will each be asked to choose their top 5 player from the 30th and from the 30 nominees. The player will be ordered The player will ordered from fifth to will be ordered from first to fifth. Individuals and collective performance during the year, player classes, and overall view of player career. Wow. So based on what I'm saying right now, individuals and collective performance, Georgia will win this thing.
Nah, nah. I mean, they've been doing this for too long. Even we thought Van Dijk was gonna win it, and like you said, yes,
But the reason I said Van Dijk could not win it in 2019 was because he's a defender. It's hard for a defender to win it, but midfielder has a case in terms of winning it because if he actually balled and showed up in the world, then he has a case of winning it, unlike Van Dijk for me. Imagine that year that Van Dijk won it, there was an international tournament then, that he will have a say to win that year. You know what I'm saying? Luka Modric won in 2018 because there was a World Cup there, and he has a say in that World Cup. That was the reason he won it ahead of Ronaldo, Messi then.
I mean, it's just a vote, so like we don't know who they'll vote for.
Mm.
Most of these journalists who probably want to see vote for Ronaldo and Messi just because of who they are, not what they did in that year.
Okay, the player who is selected as the winner of or by each selection panel is awarded 6 points. Second place is given 4 points, down to 1 point for the fifth place. So the total points for each player from every journalist, every coaches, and every captain. I'm reading based on what I'm reading right now. The the total point for each player from every journalist, every coaches, and every captain are then added. Relax, please. YouTube, hey, don't let YouTube, marvelous.
Marvelous.
Don't let YouTube kill me, please. Copyright, please. Okay, Marvel, let me meet this guy. Don't put me in trouble. Are added together to decide the third, second place, and fourth. So the French football will announce the winner on November the 29th. This is tough though. It's tough though. It's tough, very tough. Can we actually see Kante winning it? I don't think so. Can Kante win it? Okay, marvelous. Now you can talk now. So, brother, you can talk. You can talk now. Marvelous, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Give me your take on the Ballon
Yeah.
d'Or winner. Is because people are saying they're gonna self-harmed, they're gonna go into depression, they're gonna go into Siberia if Jorginho wins it this year. I don't understand people. Give me your take on that.
Well, I honestly want Jorginho to win because I feel like it breaks the norm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it shakes up the status quo. It opens door for new conversation. It
Mm-hmm.
redefines the terms of what it means to win the Ballon d'Or.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like a lot of people are going to start having the discussion of, well, if a player is indispensable to a team that wins the Champions League, I'm just saying hypothetically speaking, they win their national trophy, they win the Club World Cup, they win everything there is to win. They clean up shop and they're indispensable to their team, irregardless of how skillful they are. Does that warrant them winning the Ballon d'Or? And I feel like if Jorginho wins it, it would make the publication that awards the honor would make them define their terms. This is what we need you to do to even qualify as a top three for this prestigious award. Because I feel like for so long, the Ballon d'Or, they've gotten away with Messi and Ronaldo being as incredibly talented as they are, to where they didn't really have to come out and define, you know, what, they didn't have to define the parameters that it would
Mm-hmm.
take for a player to win the award. They just got away with Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo. And that's why they had so many years, for example, with Snyder, with Ribery, with Lewandowski. They've had so many years where they've missed the mark. because they've been so focused on Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo. So now there's like Jorginho in the mix. When if you look at that list of 30 players, it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of players that aren't really popular. They're popular, but they're not really popular. Like Kajer was on the list. Mason
Mm-hmm.
Mount is on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a list for the first time in a while that's not just filled with, what would you say, the most arguably talented players. They have a list where they have to
So
actually
this is what,
sit down.
according to what I read, they're gonna be using both collective and individuals. What they've won in the 2021 year. That goes straight
This
automatically to Jorginho
they
for me.
don't use goals as a criteria for Ballon.
No, it's
It's
just
for
based on individuals and collective, what you've done as in your team for club and country. So that for me, that automatically takes out Lewandowski for me, took him out already automatically.
I think I think and I hope that Jorginho wins it. I think a lot of people, despite the fact that people are saying they'll commit suicide,
Mm-hmm.
they'll um they'll do this, they'll do that. I think it would be refreshing for football. And no Chelsea player has ever won it in the history of the award. I
Yeah.
think the closest players we've had to win it, Lampard, I think he
Mm-hmm.
finished third one year. I
Yeah.
think Drogba finished third another year, and I think
Mm-hmm.
Eden Hazard finished fifth one year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, for the sake of discussion, for the sake of footballing discussion, what does
Mm-hmm.
the Ballon d'Or really mean? It's high
Yeah.
time that we have a new winner. We have someone unexpected.
Mm.
But I just have to. I'm really surprised Mason Mount made the top 30.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not.
No, I'm surprised, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know his agent and his publisher and
Mm-hmm.
his team was as good as they are. His media team is impeccable. Top
Mm-hmm.
30? Wow.
Mm-hmm. So according to because I read something yesterday, and based on what I read, the Ballon d'Or is not based on goals, it's based on individuals and collective. Journalists, coaches, and captain will vote for all top five club in world. So the Italian national team coaches and staff are already voting for Jorginho. Even Cellini came out and said it. He will vote for Jorginho with his eyes closed. With his eyes closed. And for him to be given the Men's Player of the Year award, that tells me something. He was given the Men's Player of the Year award by UEFA. That tells me something. That people are saying, how does Jorginho deserve to win it when Messi does it? I was like, if Messi wins the Copa America, Jorginho also wins the Hero too. So what is the most watched tournament in Hero this year? It was the Hero. It wasn't the Copa America. It wasn't. It was the Hero.
And
So if Jorginho can perform to the
with
level of this level, and it was given the Men's Player of the Year, I see no reason why it's not going to be given the Ballon d'Or. Why is it not going to be given?
and
Why?
with the UEFA Men's Player of the Year award, if you
Mm-hmm.
actually followed it up until maybe like 10 hours before they were to give the award,
Mm-hmm.
N'Golo Kante was in the lead.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
in the
in the
league. Yeah,
last 10 hours, there was
it
like
was
a
Jorginho that.
collective push,
Mm-hmm.
and Jorginho just like lapped. He
Yes,
lapped
not
both
from anywhere, just
Kante.
win it. Mm-hmm.
Who was their nominee?
Kante,
Kante and
KDB, and then Jorginho.
he in the last 10 hours,
Mm-hmm.
Jorginho got 2 times the amount of votes that KDB and Kante got.
Yep.
So I feel like behind the scenes, whether it's amongst coaches, journalists, and
The
you do
captain.
know that we do know that Italian journalists are very influential.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a collective push for them to
For
give it
Jorginho
to
to win it.
Jorginho. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I can see that happening too. That's true.
when was the last time an Italian won it?
Fabio
Fabio
Cannavaro
Cannavaro.
2006. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Afon.
So
Afon
guys,
Albert.
winning the UCL and Hero is very difficult. It comes once in a blue moon. So enjoy 500.
Afon. I don't know if it's Afon or
F1
Afon.
Halbert. Mm-hmm.
Afon Albert. Um. I think Jorginho was the second player in history to be a continental champion. If you win
Yeah.
the Champions League and the Euros, you become the country of Europe, the continent of Europe. So it's only football players in the history of football that have ever done that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even think it's once in a blue moon. I think it's once in a lifetime.
Mm. It's tough though. It's very, very tough at the moment. Very, very tough. Because people may say
I
this
mean, the last Italian player that won it was Fabio Cannavaro.
in 2006, 26, 2000, 2006 is Fabio Cannavaro. Because people are already saying they're gonna self-harm, they're gonna be angry. Jorginho wins. Why are you gonna be angry? Because Jorginho is not a bad player. He's not. Why? It's not a bad player. He's the best in what he does. So
And the thing with what Jorginho brings to the table,
mhm.
the reason
Because
why people don't
based on what I'm reading right now, is he's a serious contender, very serious contender to win the Ballon d'Or this year. He is a serious contender.
the reason why people don't give him any regard, any
Mm-hmm.
props, number one, his pace, like
Mm-hmm.
his speed doesn't do him any favors. I think
Mm-hmm.
to him sometimes he has a tendency to
Okay.
be lackadaisical,
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Giorgio played
very
is played
relaxed.
exceedingly
That doesn't
well
do him
at the
any
Euro.
favors.
The start I'm hearing right now is Jorginho played exceedingly well in Hero. It will be safe to say Jorginho was easily one of the best players in Euro 2020. It was the engine room for the Azzurri and one of the main reasons why the Italian won the tournament. At Hero, Jorginho had the most distance covered, 86.6 kilometer, the most interception, 25, and the most foul won, 19. That is Jorginho. And we already checked the progression of play. He had almost 90% progression passes. Most passes, 519. Most passes in the final third, 72%. Most
And
recovery, 48.
he had the
Mm-hmm.
he had the most interceptions in a
Mm-hmm.
single match in the Euros since 1985, if
Wait,
I'm not mistaken.
the favorite for Jorginho to win is what does 10 over 1 means? The front runner, that's 10 over 1. That's what I'm saying.
10 to 1, yeah.
Yeah?
The odds.
Yeah, they are. It's 10 to 1. That's 10 to 1 for me. They hard to win it.
He's going to
Oh,
be the first player in
I
Chelsea
promise
history
you,
to,
if J5 wins it,
right?
it will place his game to a different level. All eyes will be on him now. Yeah,
If
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to be the first ever Chelsea player, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he'll be the second Italian player to win it after Cannavaro.
For that alone, for him just
Mm-hmm.
being the first Chelsea player, that's
Mm-hmm.
enough reason for me to want him to win it.
Wow. It's tough though because people say it doesn't have pace, it doesn't have to. But what Jorginho does, actually, you have to respect what he does for me. He has to.
I think because what he does is also very simple in
Mm-hmm.
terms of these little 10-yard passes, 5-yard passes,
People call it sideways
15
passes.
yard
Why is it
passes,
sideways passes?
sideways passes. No, they are sideways passes, but the thing that people underestimate is that it recycles possession. It kind of relieves tension from your players. It lets them like start to move around, start to stretch the opposition defense, and then
Mm-hmm.
Jorginho could swing the ball back into circulation. And then if the defense is too strong, if they're too set, you could pass it back to Jorginho and he'll recycle the ball for you. He'll give you another go and another go and another go. You know, he's the outlet
Mm-hmm.
ball that's always open. So, you know, in hindsight, I think sorry, our fan base as a whole has to thank him because
Mm-hmm.
he really ushered in a new style of play for us. He brought a
Okay, they
different
asked
type of
Jorginho
game
after
for
the
us.
hero. This is what they said after the hero. Former Napoli man believe it depends on criteria France football goes with. We live for dreams. Jorginho told this the Sport TV. But I will be honest enough, it depends on the criteria. That's exactly what I'm going to. That leads to us assigning it. If we talk about talent, I'm aware I'm not the best in the world. But if you choose based on titles, well, no one has won more titles than me this season. Yes, no one. That is where my argument comes to. If we're going about titles, Georgia has won so many this year that even both Lionel Messi and Lewandowski hasn't even won at all. At all. At all. That is where the issue comes from. That's where the problem comes from. Ballon d'Or betting hard. Messi, Lewandowski, Ronaldo, Harry Kane, N'Golo Kante, Sterling, KDB, Jorginho, 14/1. The hate on Jorginho is too much, man. The hate on him is way too much. Because the HUD is pointing into the hero you won. The hero you won, that's what the HUD are pointing to. That hero you won is very big, man. It's very, very big. It is very big. It's tough though, but AJ, did you just see what I read out?
But still,
We're reading out the stats for the hero. Who has the favorite? And I'm hearing some. When you remember when Legendary was saying about ball recovery, successful passes accuracy. Jorginho has the best in hero.
oh yeah, I saw that thing. I mean, you read it before I left.
I read it. I read
I
on
just
that
read-
one now again. I read on that one now again.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the best for me in
I
terms
mean,
of.
like I said before, like he's the best. He just doesn't have the stats, or like he's consistent. Basically, I won't say he's the best player. He's consistent. Like when you look around Europe, like which
Mm-hmm.
player can you say it was the same as Jorginho, like having the same effect he has on his national team and club? Not really. Messi Mount was good for Chelsea, but it wasn't for England. Kante, it was good for Chelsea, it wasn't for England. So
Mm-hmm.
when I look at all of those lists, I think Jorginho has the most talk ahead of anyone else. I mean, and you can't say Emerson, obviously, because Emerson wasn't the best player for. I mean, it wasn't even important to Chelsea or to Italy. So I think for me, he's the best. Like if you win it, I won't be mad because he actually won something. But like this notion of people saying, "Oh, they shouldn't win it because he wasn't the best player. He doesn't have the stats. He doesn't have the goals. He doesn't have the assists." I think it's just like it's tying it. Like these are just people's opinion. But if I was to give the award, I would give it to him like currently because he's playing at top of his game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's about people's perspective, and it's gonna be
No,
different
because Jorginho himself said it's about the is it criteria or criteria, whatever they call it.
criteria. Man.
It's about the criteria. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it qualifies for all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's what
I
everybody
don't
knows what
even
Jorginho bought.
I don't even I don't even want to know or imagine how good City would be with Jorginho.
You know how good they're gonna be?
They would be
They'll be
ridiculously
unbearable.
good. They would be
Unbearable.
ridiculously good because I think Pep Guardiola would have rather had Jorginho as opposed to Rodri.
Rodri, yeah. Because the way
Jorginho
Jorginho
was
plays,
really the
it's the
Jorginho
take
was
again,
really
man.
the player I think he wanted
Mm-hmm.
to replace Fernandinho.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to mold Jorginho into that Busquets type of player. Not fast, but
Mm-hmm.
technically on top of the game
Yeah.
to where it's like, why even try? So I feel like we kind of got lucky that we had Sari and he was able to snatch Jorginho away from City. Because if City had Jorginho, whew,
Mhm.
we would have Chelsea fans wouldn't be saying a lot of the things that they say now.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it for me? It's even a surprise for me that the way people are putting Jorginho, like, because people are already mentioning the hero, and based on what I'm hearing from the career of the Ballon d'Or, the journalists, the players, and the coaches who vote for the winner. The Italian journalists, I'm reading it a lot. They are tipping Jorginho to win it. All the Italian journalists, it's gonna be so difficult for him not to win it because the Italian journalists are really pushing for Jorginho to win it. All of them. They
It's
are
only like one journalist from each country. So like a journalist can, I mean, it's just gonna be just one Italian journalist. So you can't really say they're all gonna vote for him. But like if any of those journalists are being realistic,
Mhm.
they will vote for Jorginho. But I think the vote is like one journalist from each country. I may be wrong, but I think it's one journalist from each.
I know I read the report about how the Ballon d'Or work in terms of winners. I'm hearing that it's gonna be journalists, coaches, and captains. So if
Yeah,
it is coaches,
it's always been that way. Like captains
mhm,
of both country and club. So
mhm.
like what can help him is like if Bonici or I don't know who's
Wait,
the
Chelini already said he's voting for Jorginho. Roberto
like
Martinez came
I
out and
think
said no.
Insigne also is the captain of
Yeah,
Napoli.
yeah.
So
That's
like
it. Insigne also said it also, voting for Jorginho. No
so
one is
like
doing
all of those players can help Jorginho's
that.
case.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it's gonna be tough for him to win it at this age when people are still like when Messi have his own fanboy and like people in the media especially like Messi compared to
For Italian mafia, you can't take out Italian mafia. But all of them are those Italian mafia. I respect them a lot. They are so mad, man.
yeah, but like hey, Messi have fanboys, crazy
She
fanboys.
from what's that song? She from Italia.
Yeah, Italian mafia, but
You
I
know the
respect
song I'm
them.
talking about, Abdullah?
I heard this one before.
Is they always use it in those Federico Chiesa
Hmm.
compilations.
Exactly.
I think
So
it's by Rumbelosa. He's like
I can't, you can't take them out. But all of them
Italian people are very passionate, man.
are very passionate, man.
They're very
And
passionate.
Marvelous, you know the
Yes.
funny part? All of them are voting for Jorginho to win it. All of them. They're voting for him to win it. Insigne,
I mean the last person to win it for Italy, yeah, Italy, I mean it's Cannavaro.
it's Cannavaro, yeah.
Yes.
George Chiellini is voting for Jorginho. Roberto Mancini is voting for Jorginho. Vialli, former Chelsea manager, is voting for Jorginho. Lorenzo Insigne is voting for Jorginho. Nicolo Barella also said it. He's gonna give it to Jorginho. I was like, why is everybody voting for Jorginho? Why is Italian?
Barella isn't the captain of his team, so
Who?
yeah.
Insigne is the captain of Napoli. He's voting for Jorginho.
Yeah, I mean for Inter Milan, I think it's Skriniar, if I'm
It's
not
going
wrong.
no, it's
Adan-
Andanovic.
Adanovic, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the
So it's gonna be Jorginho versus the Italian mafia Jorginho versus the Lionel Messi of the world. Wow.
hey, there's Lewandowski too. People will feel like, oh, it was dropped last year,
And
so
Lewandowski too. That's true.
sympathy votes. I
Wait,
mean,
wait.
votes, but like,
Jorginho will say this year. Is he will he hurt Lewandowski more because he done a lot of things in 2020?
yeah, that's why I think people are gonna put in some sympathy votes because they feel like, oh, it deserved it last year when he won clearly everything.
Do you think they're gonna be sympathy? Because you can't take out what players has won this year. Though.
Say that again.
Do you think it's gonna be sympathy? Because if it's gonna be because of sympathy, then you have to take out the international trophy because he didn't win any international trophy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Mhm.
like some journalists. I'm not
I
saying.
know some journalists, not all of them will be true, some of them will be biased. I know.
Yeah, that's the thing. They'll think, oh, last year this guy should have won it. Like
Yeah,
because Bayern won the UCL, they won every trophy
everything. Yeah. Hmm.
they should have won. I mean, not they should have won, but like they won every trophy. So
Hmm.
they may want to think,
I think this year, Messi and Jorginho has a case for winning Ballon d'Or because of the international trophy than Lewandowski for me.
yeah, but you can't like put Messi in that Poland thing. I don't think it's
Yeah,
winning anything.
but here's the thing. Messi has a very flimsy case though.
How?
Messi's case is very flimsy.
Yeah, we
It has
know.
more to do with him being Messi. It has more to do with him being Messi than his resume actually being strong for the past season. I mean, that Copa America, who was
Mm-hmm.
his real challenge?
Brazil.
Aside from Brazil, there wasn't really anyone that, you know, people expected that final to be Argentina Brazil.
Yeah, and it was Argentina, Brazil.
I mean, what would Messi's resume be? Being slapped around, being a one man army for Barcelona, getting beat down by what's the name of that team? Cadiz.
Mm-hmm. As
He
I
had
said.
a flimsy resume. I think it's just his name, him being who he is, and the fact that
Mm-hmm.
he carried Barcelona through last season. That's the
Mm-hmm.
only reason. And each portion of his fan base may want him to win it as like somewhat of a last hurrah. Like, oh, Messi
Mm-hmm.
won it before he retired.
Wait, do
Or
you think
Messi
if the
won
June
it.
wins it this year, it will
You know,
get
if
more
Messi
respect?
wins it,
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't think Jorginho will get more respect. But if Messi wins it, will he have the same amount as Cristiano?
No, it will be more than Cristiano. It will be sevens.
No, he has
How
more
many
than
does
Cristiano.
Cristiano
He has
have?
more than Cristiano.
Cristiano have 4, I believe.
Five,
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 yeah,
five.
five.
Yeah, 5.
Messi has 6.
I mean, the
Messi
thing
has
with
6.
Messi, it's just, and it
Mm-hmm.
might appear, and that's something about social media. I
Mm-hmm.
think it has made a lot of the football world very short sighted. So you have a lot of these fan hives, the Cristiano Ronaldo
Mm-hmm.
fan hive, the Messi fan hives, and the
Mm-hmm.
tweets are going viral all the time because they retweet and share each other's stuff. When they're talking about Messi, 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 you might get caught up in that and think there's a strong push for Messi to win it. When in all reality, I think Jorginho and even Lewandowski have a stronger argument. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Messi's resume or arguing for Messi to win it for me is kind of flimsy. It's kind of weak. I would much more appreciate someone who made an argument for Benzema, even though I think his resume is also kind of flimsy. I think
Mm-hmm.
he just like went through a renaissance and reinvented his career, and because of that, people are saying he should win it. But I think that's also flimsy. If
Mm-hmm.
someone made an argument for Messi, no, for Lewandowski, for
Mm-hmm.
Benzema, I would respect it more than I would respect the argument for Messi.
Mm.
Mm, That's
That's tough.
you holding him up to wrong standards. That's what I was saying. Like,
You know why I say it's tough? You know why I'm saying it's tough is because
like this isn't the same Barca team, so like you can't say, "Oh, his resume is flimsy." Like,
okay, how many of these backers, many of those Poland players make the Argentina squad other than Zelensky of Napoli makes that Argentina squad.
oh, the midfielder, I think.
No, Zelensky, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, this is where the issue is. This is where the problem is. Euro 2020 was the most watched tournament in the summer. And guess who wins it? The Italian Mafians. That that is where that's it. In as much as Messi has won the Copa America, Jorginho has a strong case to win that Ballon d'Or. He has a strong case. He does have a strong case. He does. He has a strong case to win it. Because the Italian people are passionate the way they want to play football, they want to win. What I was saying yesterday and towards this morning was Jorginho. The Italian people are already voting for him. I was like, you guys relax, man. You're going to see next month. Why you guys just making an assumption like this? Relax. It's tough, though. But for me, this is my question to you guys now. Do you think if Jorginho wins it this year, will it be kind of be appreciated a lot by the whole world? Mate on my place. Oh, marvelous. Do you think Jorginho winning it this year will be more appreciated in the world because people don't appreciate a lot of it? They always say sideways passing, but will they kind of see the true definition of a player in it?
No,
Yeah, often it's
no.
gonna be taking place on November the 29th. That's I think on Sunday. That's on Sunday,
Bro,
29th of November
Jorginho,
next month.
Jorginho winning the Ballon d'Or won't make
Mhm.
people like or appreciate him or give him any more props. I think those that see and appreciate his game and what he brings to a football field will
Mhm.
continue to do that. But I don't see people going, "Oh, Jorginho won the Ballon d'Or. Let's respect him," because
Mm.
in the first place, they never wanted him to win it.
Yeah.
So if anything, I can see the opposite happening. I can see people hating him. A lot of Messi fans, Cristiano fans, I can see them. A lot of Messi and Cristiano fans who are indifferent, who don't care much for Jorginho, I can see them hating him after he wins the award. I don't think him winning is going to make someone who even Chelsea fans who don't like Jorginho, I feel like even if he wins it, they're still not going to like him because they're just some
Mm.
people who feel like he's lazy. He does nothing but pass the ball sideways. He doesn't really have that many assists, and he
Mhm.
doesn't really offer much, you know?
Mhm.
So, if anything, I see people hating him for winning the award.
Hmm. Wow. Because for me, if he wins the award, all eyes will be on Jorginho. He's the UEFA Player of the Year. He's the Ballon d'Or winner. So people like now we have a Ballon d'Or winner in this player, so they will keep an eye on him the way he plays football, and because people will be looking at his mistake. You get what I'm saying? People will be watching his mistake, and he has to be instinct into what he do. He's 29 now. By December, he will be 30 years of age. So it's getting to a stage where he has to like, I don't know how to put it. He's getting to a stage where he has to like develop his game more than what he has been doing. Though for me, he has to develop more to what he has been doing for me. Though, but I think he's been appreciated. People will appreciate him more because of what he has won. And like I said it, I would not be surprised if Jorginho wins the Ballon d'Or. I would not be surprised. Will I be shocked? No, because I've seen what he's done in the whole calendar year, and I can say it out loud and say it. I would not be surprised if J5 wins the Ballon d'Or. People may not rate him, but I will appreciate it if it does win it for me. It does win it. I will appreciate it. So I will not be surprised, but I'll be like, I agree with what most of you guys are saying. I completely agree with what you guys are saying. So I don't disagree, but I'm not gonna be shocked because I think Jorginho needs to be respected a lot in the world football we are at the moment. So that's for me though. That's for me. So guys, like the video, subscribe, like the video, subscribe, like the video, subscribe. Guys, tomorrow they're gonna be a post-match reaction towards SSB. He was the top scorer last season. Yes, he was. Yes, Jorginho was top scorer for Chelsea last season. Yes. So
Wasn't it Tammy Abraham in that competition?
so what?
I thought it was Tammy Abraham.
No, it was it Jorginho.
What was it, zero?
Yeah, it was J5. J5 was the top scorer last season. He was one taking our penalties. But Gabriel, I'm about to round up. Give us your take on the Ballon d'Or winner.
The Ballon d'Or winner.
Because my take is, do you think?
If we
Relax.
being objective, I don't. I think Benzema should win it. I'm not even being biased. I just think he win based on performances and throughout
Yeah.
the calendar year.
Mm.
But if you're gonna bring trophy into it, obviously Messi could win it and Lewandowski could win it and J5. Jorginho, he shouldn't be nowhere near the top five, the top seven because he's not
But
a.
the trophy he won, that you can take away.
This is my issue of the Ballon d'Or. What's the criteria? Like
The
this
criteria
is
said, I read the criteria, the criteria now. They said it collective and individuals and trophy won over the calendar year. That's what I heard.
see that's such a dumb thing because like you could like I think it should just be strictly individual. It should just be
No, they
strictly
say
individual.
individuals, collective, and trophy won. When they say trophy won, as I already said it, Jorginho is gonna win it.
Then that means Messi's gonna win it then because Jorginho wasn't even the best player on any of those teams that he won trophies in.
It was one of the best players in Italy, though.
He wasn't.
He was the best player in Chelsea last season.
He was no, he wasn't the best player. He wasn't the
Bad the UCL. No,
in the UCL. He wasn't your best
he
player.
wasn't the best player, but in the PL, he was in the PL because he was the most consistent goal scorer for us, and he was our top scorer. in the
But
APL.
in the Champions League he wasn't. In the Euro he wasn't Italy best player. Donnarumma won
Yeah, it
best
was
player
one of the.
for
It
Italy.
wasn't the Italy best player, but it was one.
So I
This
think
is
if
where the issue is built on. He has won the UCL. He's won the Copa and the Super Cup, and it's won the Euro.
see my thing
That
is
is where
this
the strong arguments comes in saying Jorginho is going to win it because if you look at the trophy one, that kind of
Jorginho, bro.
eclipse what Messi and Lewandowski has won from.
See with Jorginho and winning Ballon d'Or, I think that'd be a disgrace to the Ballon d'Or because
What?
it would be Abdullahi. Abdullahi, if we're being objective, bro, look who has won the Ballon d'Or, and now we're in an era where Jorginho can win Ballon d'Or, bro. Like I think it'd be a disgrace to the Ballon. Again, it would even enhance my agenda even more that the Ballon d'Or shouldn't be taken serious because the Ballon d'Or should be about individual, bro. That's what it should. It shouldn't be about what trophy you win because if it's based on trophy, then that means in 2010 Schneider should have won it over Messi. Ribery should have won it over Ronaldo in 2013. Then Ronaldo should have won it over Madrid in 2018. Like if you just bring the trophy into it because you have to. It's just I think it should just be strictly what that individual has done and what he has done in the big game and what has his performance been in the entire calendar year. Jorginho get even one man of the match like in the Euro for Italy at all?
Yeah,
Did he
it
get
was. Yeah, I think in the quarterfinal and semifinals, it was one of the match. One.
really?
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
But Jorginho, I don't think Jorginho should win it. But if the category that you read earlier said it's
Hmm.
based on trophies
Yeah.
and what the individual has contributed, I
Hmm.
think he might win it. But to be honest with you, I think they're gonna give it to Messi because I just think giving it to Messi is a safe way. Because if you give it to Jorginho, Lord in heaven, bro, I'm gonna laugh. I think it's gonna be funny. But if you give it
Funny
to
in what way?
bro, Abdullah Jorginho doesn't deserve the Ballon
I
d'Or.
know.
You telling me this guy been the best player on the planet in
Yeah.
2021? Is that what you telling me, Abdullah?
So
Is that what you
yeah. So,
Abdullah? When you have
I
kids,
know it's not
oh,
the best player,
when you have
but
kids, when they go on Wikipedia, they say, Jorginho, who is this guy? You're gonna tell your kids that this guy was the best player on the planet in 2021? Is that what you're telling me, Abdullah?
yeah.
Come on,
Uh,
come on. Like I'm
uh,
not even disrespecting Jorginho. I think he was a key player.
mhm,
He played his role very well, but
mhm.
Ballon d'Or is about being the best player in the entire
Hmm.
planet, the best outstanding football player on the planet,
Yeah.
and you're giving it to Jorginho, bro. Like, good lord, like if you give it to Jorginho, people gonna be like, why didn't Van Dijk win it in 2019? He
No,
won
an
the
argument can
trophy.
come from that because he's a defender. That's an argument. But Jorginho is a midfielder, and he's won something. See, but then they didn't win. There was not a tournament when he won it in when
Okay,
he won.
then why didn't Schneider win it then in 2010?
Then it was different era there, and there was different kind of criteria for when they choose the
This is what
player.
I'm talking about. Why is the because that doesn't make sense.
Why
The
does the criteria change every year
because
for the
because
public?
the World Cup been here since 1930. It's always been the same format. It's always been one game, and whoever gets to the final wins it. Why
Mhm.
is it with these awards the criteria is always changing? Are they trying to fit some sick agenda or something? Like they were like because why is the criteria? This is why I don't rate the Ballon d'Or and like best player award. The only award I really rate Abdullah is the European Golden Shoe because you can't cheat in that one. That one is pretty much whoever the top goal scorer automatically always gonna win it. But when it comes to bet, it's so biased because Messi say he's gonna vote for Neymar and for Mbappe, and you have guys like Ronaldo that's gonna vote for Bruno. So
Mhm.
it's such a biased award. Like if I'm being objective, I think Benzema should win it based on the performances in big
Performance, yeah.
games. Like in the big games, like he performed in every single big game last season. Messi, you could say, of course, Messi was the best friend of Copa America. Nobody's denying that. But in La Liga, Messi didn't perform in none of the big games,
It was
bro.
trash.
He performed against the Lord. I'm not discrediting Messi. We see how trash Barcelona are now. But Messi didn't perform the way Benzema did in the Clasico against Atletico Madrid, against Valencia, against Sevilla. Messi didn't do that. Even in the Champions League, kudos, he scored against PSG, wonderful goal. But what did he do in that game? He missed a penalty. I guarantee you, if Benzema got a penalty against Chelsea, that's all hypothetical. But I'm sure if Benzema got a penalty against Chelsea, he buries that. But Messi ball in the Copa America, but I think because of the whole trophy, I think they're gonna give it to Messi. The reason why I don't think Lewandowski should win it, the way I do it, Abdullah, is by
Mhm.
impact, structure, and benefit, what you
And
bring to
goal.
that team. Because I'm like Lewandowski, you play in a league where you pretty much gonna win the Bundesliga every year. your team is so well gelled. You have so much talent around your team, bro. Like they almost beat PSG without you, bro. Like I'm not even hating on Lewandowski. I love Lewandowski as a player, but you telling me that Lewandowski is crucial to Bayern Munich? Like, is that what you're gonna people are gonna tell me? Like Lewandowski is a very, very, very important. He's important, but he's not crucial to that team. Benzema was playmaking, making up plays, scoring goals, assisting goals. Lewandowski was just there, like Muller, Gnabry, Coleman, Kimmich. They all create chance for him. He scored goals. That's why he's there. He doesn't have to do the other stuff. That's why I don't think he should win it based on structure because his team
So
is
this is
always
what
in
I'm
the
seeing
league.
now. With this, is what I'm seeing now. I'm looking at the criteria now. Hold on, I'm looking at the criteria now. It's gonna be journalists, the journalists, coaches, and the club captain for each club and country. So
Like the Ballon d'Or, how the Ballon d'Or should be picked is by how the player impacted the team, how he
Exactly.
impacted it. That's how you should really
Yep.
see the Ballon d'Or. Really, not through accolades. To me,
That's what I'm saying.
to me,
Yep.
to me, to me, I had to see him from my own eyes. Right, like what they have to do is this: analyze each player in each game, watch each game, with how they played, and see how they impacted the game, and do all conclusion how they did throughout the year. And that's how they really should analyze it. But they go through
see,
accolades, and
if
I
they're
don't
gonna
like that.
choose from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, Messi is out of the equation. I'm sorry, Messi is out. Messi is out.
Messi's out of what?
Out of if they're gonna do from the beginning of the season, what Brita is saying right now, sit down and watch them from the beginning of the season now. Messi is out of the equation. He's
I
out.
mean, like up till now, up to like how long they're doing this Ballon d'Or thing.
And this is my issue. I don't like this calendar year crap with the Ballon. Just do it the way every other sport does it. Do it by season. Who is the best player for that season? Why you got to bring the calendar into it, bro? Like that's so stupid. Like
Oh,
just do it by season. Just do it the way the NBA
Okay,
does it.
I'm
yeah,
saying
Just do
I
it
something.
the way
mean,
the
According to
NFL
the
does it.
France football, a panel of 180 journalists from around the world will determine the 30 candidates for the Ballon d'Or, with a group of 50 international journalists settled in 20 nominees for the award. 10 Yashin Trophy finalists are selected by the same panel that picked the main Ballon d'Or. They take 12. They take journalists out of the picture entirely when it comes to Copa, the trophy. A group of 32 past Ballon d'Or winners designated the 10 under 21 players in the running for the Young Player of the Year award.
and
Oh, okay. So for the 2021, a selection of international journalists, national team coach, and captain will be pulled to determine the winner, with each voting being asked to pick out their top five. This is what I'm hearing now from the Ballon d'Or panel. Once that process has been completed, the prestigious prizes will be handed out in the Glizzy ceremony in Paris on November the 29th. So there are a total of 30 finalists, with many of them being in the US. Expect to see them. In the recent month, there have been a campaign for Chelsea midfielder Jorginho and N'Golo Kante to win the award, given the role played in Chelsea winner in the UCL and Jorginho along the hero.
God,
Messi
oh
was
my
the best player last
God.
year in 2019 with 6 times, and Messi has internal rival Ronaldo. I've, I've shared 11 of the 12 Ballon d'Or between them. While Real Madrid midfielder Luka Modric is the only man to have broken the trophy and the duopoly
Nah,
in
to be
2018.
honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. Ronaldo should have won it in 2018, not Modric. To be
Yeah, that's
honest
what
with
I'm
you.
saying. That Jorginho could have a case this year.
And you know why I knew this was rigged, bro? I
Mhm.
love Madrid, but there's no way Madrid deserves UEFA best player. Madrid
Exactly.
wasn't a
There's no
best player in
way.
the Champions League. He wasn't. He was the man of the match in the final. I'll give him that. He
Yes,
was.
that's why I
He
say
was simply the
Jorginho could
best
win it
player.
this year. He could
But
win
there's
it this
no
year.
way Madrid should have won UEFA best player over Ronaldo.
That's I'm saying that there's no way this year on in this era Jorginho should have given the best player of the year. That's what the problem is. And the problem is,
Like even I think Conte should have won UEFA best player for
yeah,
Chelsea, but because
yeah,
the Euro, don't
I
forget the Euro
agree.
is also European, so that's why they give it to Jorginho.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, because when I saw, because the way I saw it, right, I thought they were gonna give the Ballon d'Or to Madrid and they give the best player to Ronaldo, but they were like, nah, bro, we gotta give it to Madrid. It's all political, bro, and it's all about popularity contest. So that's why I don't think Jorginho is gonna win it too. His PR machine is not as messy, and I don't think Ronaldo's ever gonna win it ever again too because of his rape case and everything. You don't want the face of football to be a guy that has stuff like that, and that's why I don't think Benzema is gonna win it too because the French media it's kind of if and up with Benzema. So
Mm.
I think they're gonna give it to Messi or Lewandowski or Jorginho. One of those three is gonna win it. I think that's gonna be the final three: Messi, Lewandowski, and Jorginho. But Abdullah, my Lord in heaven, if I see Jorginho, they say if I see the guy with the name say
Newton,
Joe,
if J5 win it, I'm not
if
gonna
I
be
see
hungry.
if I
I'm not
see
gonna be
whoever
mad.
is a
I'm gonna
host,
be chilling.
I mean,
whoever,
I
whoever
mean,
is a
the problem with Jorginho winning it is because when you see him, right? I just don't see the impact that he gives.
exactly.
Let me
I
take
just don't. He
let me
doesn't
take for
raise
example.
any levels at all. He
Let me take for
doesn't.
example, right? You saw the Euros and the semifinals with Busquets, right? The last Euros that happened, right?
Yeah.
That's that impact I want to see from him. Where do you see that from him? No impact, bro. I just
Bro,
don't see it.
bro, like I said, bro, if I see this, I'm gonna watch the server because this battle though is
Yeah, it's gonna be on
it's
Monday.
very
No, it's
interesting.
next
Because
month. It's
I'm
gonna be on
actually
Monday.
curious. I usually don't watch the award. I just find out who wins
I
it.
will watch the award this year. I will
But I'm
even do a
gonna
watch. I
actually
will do a
watch
watch
it
along.
because
I will do
I'm
a watch
very
along.
curious about this award.
I will do a watch along.
If I see whoever is hosting this say Jorginho and I see this guy crying, I want to take my coach, my family. I prove all my doubters wrong. Nobody believed I could do this. This was my dream, sister. I'm gonna fall out of my chair and laugh, bro. Like I'm gonna like,
They had me dead.
bro, you telling me Iniesta, Xavi, and Snyder never won it, but Jorginho's gonna win the Ballon d'Or, bro?
That's
Relax.
sick.
His name is J5. His name is
That's
J5.
sick. That is sick,
J5.
Abdul. That is sick.
One
His
of
name is
Iniesta, bro.
It has
I
see
think the greatest midfielder in this generation, bro. Never won it. And
Filton.
Jorginho,
I said, like I said, I've been a Chelsea fan.
Jorginho,
I don't think Giorgio will win it, the Ballon d'Or. But if he does win it, an argument will come out and say, guys, you have to step up your game, guys. Step
and
up your games.
and this guy said, remember when you were for best player, bro? This guy was saying, I prove all my doubters wrong when he was
Yeah,
giving his
see,
speech.
Filton. If you know why? On that side, it was called Sarri soon. It was literally abused a lot on social media
Nah.
because of the way he played football. Now he's one of the main players. Like I prove everybody wrong. People doesn't believe
Regardless,
in
he
me.
didn't prove me wrong. He's a good player, but he's just not a world class player. I would say he doesn't
Yeah.
elevate his team. Just doesn't. He doesn't. Abdullah.
He's just there for the
Deep down,
vibes.
he doesn't. He's just there. Like he's a very good player. He like if you give him a role in the team, he's very good at playing that role. But he doesn't elevate the team like a Iniesta
Yeah.
or Xavi or Messi or Ronaldo. He doesn't do that.
But if J5 wins it, I won't complain.
I mean, I
If
don't.
I see if I see this guy crying, like I said, giving a speech, say, I want to thank my family, all my
I want to
doubters
thank
wrong,
my friends, the
everybody.
Chelsea hierarchy. I want to thank them.
Everybody thought, even Tuchel.
Everybody,
I
I
saw
want to thank
Tuchel
them for
interview
bringing me
today.
to this award for winning it. I want to thank Ngolo Kante, my teammates. Everybody, thank you. I think I
That's messed
deserve
up,
it.
bro.
People have kind of underrated me. Thank you to the French national,
Bro,
some
I
French
saw
people.
Thomas Tuchel thing. He said Jorginho should win it. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's bias.
Roberto
Obviously.
Mancini also said it. Even Cellini said that he should
Oh
win it.
God. Oh God.
That is why that is what I'm saying. The Italian mafians are very scary to vote against because the Italian people are voting for everybody in that Italian national team are voting
When
for.
is the ceremony?
It's November the 29th, next month.
November 29th?
Yeah, on Monday.
Oh, that's a day after my birthday. Okay.
Yeah, on Monday.
So
So the Italian
God,
mafians are
Jorginho.
voting for Jorginho. All the Italian newspaper, Italian radio, Italian TV, everybody in that Italy are voting for Jorginho. Everybody.
Oh nah.
Roberto Mancini, Insigne, Cellini, Bonucci are voting for Jorginho.
Jorginho, bro.
Yeah, all of them are voting for Jorginho. I'm surprised. They're
God,
voting for
bro.
him. Be serious. Even is it Cannavaro? What his name is called?
Yeah,
The Piero
Cannavaro.
too. They are voting for Jorginho. All of them
Oh God, bro.
voting for Jorginho. Everybody's voting for
Jesus
Jorginho.
Christ, bro. Like,
Everybody is voting for Jorginho.
but it's
That's
good.
sick,
See,
man.
if Jorginho wins it, I don't think anyone will ever take Ballon d'Or serious ever again, bro. Like,
For real. That's what I said. Like for real.
Wow.
I can't, bro. Because it's the thing. It's just, bro. He's just there for the vibes, man. When you see him, bro, he just passes like
Relax.
there's no into it. Like
Relax. Relax.
sideways pass, bro. Sideways pass, and what the hell does that do? Like, no.
oh God, bro.
I'll be done, bro.
Wanna be done, bro.
I'll be
Relax.
Bro, if Jorginho wins that, bro, like, and and he plays for Italy, so Italy always have a good chance to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
So you telling me Jorginho gonna win Ballon d'Or before Neymar, bro? Is that what you
That's
telling me,
fucked up, bro.
Abdullahi?
Oh my days.
Relax.
Oh my
Abdullahi, is this
days.
what you telling me, bro?
It is. See, it is the era we are at the moment. Social media era. I
So
cannot
you
do
telling
anything.
me in an era where we had Philip Lahm, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Iniesta, Xavi, and you tell me Jorginho went Ballon d'Or before those legendary players that played before him?
I cannot say a word about it. I cannot say anything. If Jorginho wins it, see. Will I be surprised? No. Will I be shocked? No.
See, this is the thing. If Jorginho was like a talented player, like aesthetic or pleasing, okay. Even then, I still wouldn't say because based on his performances.
When
The guy is just
Cannavaro wins
there
it in
for vibes.
2006, was he placing in the high? No.
No,
Cannavaro was.
but see the thing. But I think Buffon should have won it in 06, but Cannavaro was amazing throughout that World Cup campaign. Jorginho was not amazing throughout
He was
Italy's
one of the
Euro
best.
campaign.
He wasn't the
He was
best.
one of but he wasn't the outstanding player. The outstanding player was Donnarumma, and people even say Verratti coming back from an injury is better than Jorginho.
No, I think I can add the argument that I think Jorginho elevated that team in that international team.
No, he didn't, Abdullah. No, he didn't. Stop it. Stop it,
Relax,
Abdullah. He
relax.
didn't. Didn't he miss a penalty against Spain to help them? No, against
He
England. Was
missed
it
the
against
penalty.
England,
He
right?
missed the penalty. Yeah. And you know the funny part is a penalty taker is a currently penalty taker for the team. He's a penalty for them. Is it
Abdullah, no, bro.
is it designated or whatever they call it?
No, Abdullah, have some shame, bro. Like, come on, bro. You know, Jorginho.
That is why I see that is why I'm just chilling on my chair.
Bro, he shouldn't even be in the top 5, bro. He shouldn't. He shouldn't even be in the top 5. Bro.
Adam, relax.
Bro, Abdullah, it's right.
Now Jorginho's name's called the skimping merchant. Like for real, bro. Overrate them penalty takes, bro. Only thing he does skips.
Jesus Christ, Abdullah. Like, I'm sorry, Abdullah. I
See,
think it'll be
Newton. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna win the Ballon d'Or. I don't think so, because I believe it's gonna be Lewandowski to win it because of what he's gone to. But if J5 wins the Ballon d'Or this year, I am gonna be sitting and laughing. I'll clown some. Oh my lord! Some people to be clown.
If you look Dusky, you should feel some type of way. They can't.
If J5 wins that Ballon d'Or, United fans out of the equation. You guys are in trouble. You're gonna be in deep mess.
Oh God, Jorginho presenting the Ballon d'Or to Stamford Bridge, bro.
Yep. Show off to the fans. No. Ballon d'Or winner, baby. My name is Jorginho, guys.
No, like, you don't believe it, bro. I refuse to see. No, bro. I refuse to go to see Jorginho with Ballon d'Or, bro. I'm sorry.
I refuse to believe it. But
see, although Ballon d'Or people always say, "Oh, these people didn't deserve it," at least those players were amazing.
But you see what you are saying right now. Exactly what I was reading one of the poll yesterday, and people were saying Jorginho is not the pleasant in the high. It doesn't even show off like what metal or those things. But what he has more, what other players doesn't have is the trophies. He has that trophy that can back him up and say it. Yes,
oh God,
yes.
God.
In 2021, Bilton, he has the most trophy winning out of Lionel Messi and Lewandowski this year.
Oh God, I'm like, I know the
he wins
game.
He wins the UCL and he wins the UEFA Super Cup. So Jorginho has 3 trophies. Messi has 1.5. Lewandowski has 1.
Messi has 2. Lewandowski has 2, I think. And
1. He only won the Bundesliga. He didn't win the Super Cup. No, it was the DFB Pokal was won by Borussia Dortmund.
Oh, okay. So they have 1. Lewandowski has 1. So Messi has 2. Messi won the Copa and the. Nah, bro. I'm sorry, Abdullah. The sport will be finished. I'm sorry.
Sport will move. See, this is what we want in Ballon d'Or controversy.
No,
this is what we want in Ballon d'Or controversy.
That would definitely,
bro. I think Twitter would have a meltdown, bro. You saw how what?
I want that controversy to happen. I'm going to see that tournament. I will watch that. Chelsea play United on the 20th. That's on Sunday. Then the following day is the Ballon d'Or. I'm gonna do a watch along. I'll sit down and watch.
Wait, after the Ballon d'Or ceremony, right? Who's the next team that Chelsea plays after the ceremony?
No, because
Chelsea home after that game.
I think so. We are home.
Because if Jorginho does win it, that's the game he's gonna present the Ballon d'Or to the crowd.
Because
Oh, Abdullah, I refuse to go on Twitter and say this guy's the best. Bro.
Let me check. Let me make sure. November 29, right?
Yeah, whenever usually the first home game, the player usually represent the Ballon d'Or to the crowd and the fans.
Let me see. Let me see. November 28th, 20, 23, 20. Okay. The next match is away. Away is the next
Okay,
match.
so when
So
is the
we
next
play
home game?
United on the 28th. The 29th is in the Ballon d'Or. Then the next match is where you're gonna present it. It's gonna be on December the 8th, December the
No,
11th
like
against
stop
Leeds
it, bro.
United.
Like you saw how WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram were down. Twitter's gonna have a meltdown if that
I
happens.
cannot wait for it to have a meltdown. I cannot wait.
Like you tell them
Richard, real
you,
talk,
you
marvelous.
I'll be like
Let's add the word. Let's add the word.
I'll
What
be
the
like
verified.
you telling me Jorginho wins it, you go on Twitter and say definitely deserve the best player on the planet.
No, I won't say it. I won't say
I
this. I
would.
will see, for me, what I will say is
I
Marvelous.
would.
no.
That
You know the
is
funny
sick,
part.
my
Sick,
guy.
I will
bro.
just laugh and see. I will clown some people. See, I have some receipts that I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for that thing to happen. I have so many receipts that I want to clown some people about.
Like,
One is HH. I will clown him to death and I will tell him that you were voting for Judge for Lewandowski and Messi. J5 has won. You have to shut your mouth for the next 2 years and just say bullshit about that guy anymore. He is the Ballon d'Or winner. Right? You have to do it. Can I
this
find
guy
the way
actually win it.
give
Like,
that
bro,
guy the fucking respect?
can he actually win it, bro?
Yeah, you can. I'm being serious. He can win it. You see, he has the trophies to back it up. I'm being serious right now.
Oh my god,
He
bro.
has,
Is that the word we're living? Jorginho can win for Ballon d'Or, bro?
he has the trophies to see. He has the trophies to back it up. He has that trophy to back it up. He has it.
Oh god, I'll
He
be
has
Bro,
the trophy to
like,
back
I
it up.
think I think he did like a ritual or something, bro, just to get them trophies. Bro. I don't know. This man's, bro,
UEFA
this
Super
man's,
Cup, Euro 2020,
bro.
UEFA
oh
Champions League.
god,
He
I'll
has
be
a trophy.
like,
Just imagine the FIFA Club Cup was this year. It's gonna be next year February. It hurting me. Imagine there's FIFA Club Cup and we win the FIFA Club Cup. Messi will never those kids out of the equation. I'm sorry.
oh god, I'll be like, you have some shame, bro.
Yeah.
See, when those years when Messi and Ronaldo winning, when people say, "Oh, that," like they actually did deserve it because it's. I think it was because my
There
mind
are
said
some
it
years in which Messi and Ronaldo
because
didn't even
because
deserve the
I
Ballon d'Or.
never thought Ballon d'Or was related to team accolades because I'm like, it's one
No,
person that's gonna
it's
win it.
based on individuals, collective, and them trophies won.
No, what I'm saying, like the reason why I think it's dumb that it should just be based on individual
That's
because
what I thought.
because
But I think I read it out of the panel. Marvelous, the one I
I
read it.
guarantee you when
I
Messi
was
and
checking
Ronaldo.
the criteria. I was like, okay, let me see the criteria for Ballon d'Or to see who are the and
Because I guarantee you
I'm
when
seeing
When Messi,
individuals. I was like, individuals is Messi, Lewandowski, and I'm seeing collective. Collective, that's it, the team. And I'm seeing trophies won, and it's gonna be individuals, collective, and trophies. Like trophies won, that is J5.
I guarantee you when Messi and Ronaldo won, I guarantee they didn't go in the locker room and everybody was hosting up the Ballon d'Or like it's a team trophy. It's individual. That's what trophy shouldn't even come into it. It's whoever had the best outstanding performance in the toughest competition, Champions League and your league, and how well you perform. And if there's an international tournament, how well you because I know international tournaments weight a lot more.
You weigh a lot. That's what I'm saying.
But
It's the
Jorginho, no, Jorginho shouldn't even be in the top 10. He shouldn't even be in the top 30 if we're being honest with ourselves, bro. Oh, by the way, the other guy too, the guy from Denmark, I know he did a very good thing with at the Euro, but you telling me this guy is top 30 in the world because he a sympathy merchant because he helped Ericsson's wife out doing the whole thing? He did a nice thing, but come on, guys, this is not a sympathy award, bro. Like he should get like another award or something. But you don't reward the guy by putting him in the top 30 best player in the world because he did something tremendous at the Euro. Like this is again what I said. The Ballon d'Or is it's losing their credibility every single season, man. It really is, man.
I'm checking the criteria now. Hold on.
I'm like, Jorginho is not gonna win it, bro. Stop pushing this dumb agenda, bro. Like Jorginho is not gonna win it. Wait, by the way, how do the Chelsea fan base feel about this? Do you honestly, you guys want Jorginho to win Ballon d'Or?
Okay, I've seen it. The rules and regulations that the jury will need to follow to choose the rank their top 5 selection are below. Individuals and collective performance, winner during the year, players class, talent and fair play, overall judgment of the player career. That's number 3. I'm coming top ranking. Top ranking players from each tournament selection will receive 6 points, with the second place 4 points and the third place 2 points on going down from the rank of top 5 pick. This is how is the winner chosen for the Ballon d'Or. After the jury members have selected the top 5 for the Ballon d'Or award, the total point is calculated and added, and the player to receive the most numbers of points will be awarded the top honor. In the event of the tie for the first place, however, the player are determined by the numbers of times they have voted in first place. If the tie is still standing, the tiebreaker will consider the numbers of votes for the second place, and then by the numbers of votes to the third places. If the tie continues, then a new ballot is organized to select the winner between the players. If after all the winner is still unable to be named, then the final edition, the chairman of the day will be called upon to make an ultimate decision. I'm coming.
I'll be like, Jorginho's not gonna win it, man. He's not. I refuse to see that. I'll be
You
like,
refuse to believe that? That
it's not gonna happen.
my boy B5 is gonna win it?
Wait, Abdullah, what you hating on Jorginho?
I was not hating on him. Not me. I've never been better hate on him. Not me. I've never among them. No.
I mean,
I respect what he does in football. It's
I
not
think
me.
he might win it though. At this point, Jorginho, his accolades, bro. I
Yeah,
think.
that's what I'm saying.
I think he might, bro.
Wait,
At this
I
point.
said it. Accolade will decide what.
Oh God, Jorginho.
You can't lie to it. Jorginho has won the UCL. He's won the Hero, and he's won the.
Abdullah, I don't care, Abdullah. I refuse for this guy to be the face of my favorite sport. This is my favorite sport, bro. Like this guy, I refuse to see this guy on the cover of my favorite sport, bro. When I wake up, this guy's gonna be the face of football because that's what the Ballon d'Or is. Pretty much that player will represent what the sport is. And you telling me other sport where they probably want to get into football and they're like, oh, this guy's the best player in the world. Let me look up his highlights on YouTube. And they should just see him passing the ball backwards, doing hit stopping penalties. And they're like, what? This is the best player in that sport? Damn, maybe I should play football. Like this is all you have to do to be the best player in that sport? Jesus Christ, man, Jorginho.
And the sickening part is he might win it before Neymar, man. Players like that. Oh my days, that's sick, man. Oh my days.
Oh God, I'm alive, man. Life is unfair, man. Life is sick.
Life is unfair. It is what it is. What can I do? I cannot do anything. Life is unfair.
Well, Mario never won a Ballon d'Or. Zico never won a Ballon d'Or.
Players like that.
Iniesta, Xavi never won it. But Jorginho gonna win Ballon d'Or. Raul Gonzalez Blanco never won it. But Jorginho gonna win Ballon d'Or before all these players. And Neymar, the guy who I thought was gonna be the next big thing in football. And Jorginho is gonna win Ballon d'Or before him.
You have to accept it now. Operation Jorginho to win the Ballon d'Or.
And Lewandowski.
But
oh God, I feel sorry for Lewandowski.
But there's so many deflects with this going to. If Jorginho actually wins this, you know how many backlash he's gonna get from this. you know the credibility of Ballon d'Or is gonna be
it's gonna
literally
be in the
down
mud,
to the floor.
in the mud.
I was gonna win the mud.
That's why I don't think, bro. Abdullah, stop it, Abdullah.
His performances, it's normal. It's I don't, bro. He does not show me like Xavi Iniesta type performances. You know what I'm trying to say? That like you see Jorginho. Oh, it's just that he doesn't show me. Like that's why you see example of the Busquets, the semifinal in Spain, the last Euros. I want him to do that type of performance. I have not seen performance like that from him. Not even once.
I think Busquets had more men of the match at the Euro than Jorginho.
That is sick, my guy. That dude's finished too, man.
Abdullah, you need to stop pushing this propaganda, sick, bro. Like, if they do win, I don't want you to say, I don't want to see on your Twitter profile that you retweeting Jorginho winning Ballon d'Or, bro.
I will tweet it. If Jorginho, I'm gonna change my profile picture. J5 baby, congratulations on winning that. Yeah, I have receipts, and that receipt I'm keeping it for a special moment.
Did you see what Messi said? Messi said Ballon d'Or. You saw his interview, right? He said Ballon d'Or is not about accolades now. It's not even about individual no more.
It's about accolades. That's what I'm saying. It's about accolades. That's the scary part about it. It's about accolade. It's about it.
Okay, so you're telling me if you're telling me pretty much what's that guy named Arbeloa? So you're telling me if Arbeloa was playing in this era where he won the World Cup, the Euro, the Champions League, this guy would have won Ballon d'Or because he won every single trophy.
Relax.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Yeah,
Out of
baby.
five, right? No, Jorginho's not gonna win anything. Abdullah, I meant to ask you, how do you feel about the Newcastle takeover, bro?
Yeah, you know why I'm happy about it. You know why? Let the game begin. Let's run football together. Roman has already run football. The Glazers run football. Let the Czech Mansour Masters has run football already by spending trillions and still not win the UCL. Let the data people run football again. Let them start.
I saw this news. I saw apparently the Premier League gonna have an emergency.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
They cannot win. See, the Premier League has endorsed it already. Nothing is gonna change.
No, not the takeover. I'm here. They're gonna have an emergency meeting. Something
for
like
what?
That.
For what happened?
I'm guessing it's based on how they just let foreigners just come to the league by.
Okay, Victor, let me ask you something. I'm a businessman. I want to buy a club. I have the money to buy it, and I negotiated with the owner. And the owner gave me his finance and said, "Yes, you can buy me based on this." And I give him the amount of money, and he gave it to me with my lawyer, all the documents, and I went by the.
Abdullah, listen, it's all 19 clubs. All 19 Premier League club demands an emergency meeting over a Newcastle deal.
I don't care. Whatever they demand.
Abdullah, see, you don't care as a fan. Oh, sorry, Rick. So go ahead.
I got a question for you then. Do you think this will lead to the Super League coming in quicker?
The Premier League is pretty much a super league when you look at it. Like all their owners are mostly run by billionaires. Leicester billionaire, Glazers, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, Newcastle now, City. Like the Premier League is pretty much a really super league.
But like Super League, like with Real Madrid and Barcelona, like leading that into that more now. What do you think? Because we can't compete financially. That's the thing.
This is why I'm like it's gonna be annoying. Obviously, we still gonna attract players because of our name, Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yeah.
But bro, when you see a club, like when you see, and the thing about it, it's so win-win for the players, right? Because let's say Newcastle, like they offer you 600K a week, and Real Madrid is offering you 200K a week. Yes, Real Madrid is a bigger brand and everything, of course, but that money is gonna look nice because you probably thinking as a player, what if I get injured or something? But
Do you know the
financial
manager they want to go for? Just get the manager they want to go for. There's a candidate.
Conte?
No, the Brighton manager.
Brighton manager. I don't know how well.
Graham Potter. It's a very good man. That's what they want to do.
They're
planning for long time. They're planning for long time.
Because you know why I'm even more scared. But look what happened over the summer, Bertrand. We offered PSG 221 million for Mbappe, bro. The guy's his contract literally expires in January. He's gonna be for free next season. These guys laugh in our face. They say, "Nah, bro, it's okay. You can keep your money. We rather lose them for free." I'm like, "Oh, like, it's fun. Like, it's like you laughing in our face, bro. Like any other club, Liverpool would take that 221. Barca takes that money. United takes that money. Any other club, Cronky, Arsenal, they take that money." But
so guys, let's round up. So tomorrow we're gonna do like a post match. You guys make sure you join for the French versus Spain Nations League tomorrow. We're gonna be doing a post match tomorrow and talk about the Nations League.
But before we round up, I would worry about the Newcastle thing because remember, only 14 qualified for the Champions League, bro. Now, remember, it's a big 6 in the Prem. Now it's big 7 now.
Yeah.
So
Arsenal, United are in trouble. Even Manchester City.
Mostly Liverpool because Liverpool doesn't spend as much money compared to you guys in City. So
I'm not worried because we have Roma. I'm not worried.
Yeah, you guys actually spend money, but
we have Roma. I'm not worried. I'm not even worried.
I saw AFTV. Robbie say Arsenal. We are finished.
They are finished already. They are finished. Finito.
With that Uz dude, that next
do you know how much how much the Saudi Arabia people are?
That's the name of the video, bro. Arsenal are finished. We are finished. Oh God. Life is unfair, man. They're like, we are finished, bro. We're done, bro.
I'm so happy they took us to take over now. Let's run football together. Let's run it together. Let's run it. I'm so happy.
how does the Super League happen though when you facing with when the Premier is making that much money? How I don't
Premier
know
League
how Perez
is the
kickstarted the
most watched
Premier League.
tournament in the world, so we can understand
I
that.
was hoping a billionaire went to Syria, help that league out at least, take over AC Milan. AC Milan is such a giant,
Right.
just such a sleeping
Wait, you know the
giant
funny
club.
part? The Saudi Arabia that is taking over Newcastle are also looking to buy Inter Milan too. They are looking to buy Inter Milan. Inter
But
Milan think they will sell.
it's different rules and stuff like that in Syria. They're more strict about that compared to the Prem. But 19 clubs won't have an emergency meeting about the takeover, so
I don't
I
care.
don't know.
And it's not going to be successful. Whatever the meeting they're going to have, Saudi Arabia is standing. They have the right already. Nothing is changing.
This guy's more money than every single owner in the Premier
Mm-hmm.
League combined, bro.
They
That's
had like
crazy.
300. I think the second most richest owner is Man City, right? 8 billion,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the first one now, Sunderland is like 300 something billion. Like
Billion,
damn,
bro. In 6 more years, you could see Newcastle versus Barcelona, Real Madrid in the Champions League final or something, bro.
It's possible.
Oh my days.
But let
Classic
me ask you
fans,
this
man.
though: who's gonna win the Champions League first? PSG, Newcastle, or City?
Oh.
One, I would say, depending on the manager, Newcastle going to bring in. I'll wait because this is a long-term process. PSG has been on this trajectory for a long time. I think PSG still has a say than Newcastle. But depending on the manager, if I think manager Newcastle are iron for next summer, that will change my view. But right now, I'm still gonna give it to PSG.
What about you, Bertrand?
It's really hard to say, really. I'll go with about the answer right. Next season, maybe my opinion might change due to them which manager they might pick Sunderland, but maybe Man City might. I think they
Yeah,
might take
I
it.
think
I
so
think they
too.
might take it, man.
I think they
First.
might win it this season. To be honest with you, I
Honestly.
don't know. I have
I
this
don't
feeling they
think
might
so.
win
We
it.
have to wait and see though.
But
Please.
before we round up, Abdullahi, who do you think Newcastle is gonna be the first big player that they sign?
I'm hearing they want to buy. They're gonna give out 200 million euro in January to buy players. I'm hearing Felipe Coutinho.
Thank you.
One.
Thank you.
I'm hearing Matt Aaron from Norwich. That's a right back from Norwich. That's one. I'm hearing
Hazard.
no, that is not there. If my eye is not deceiving me, I'm
Gary
hearing
Lane.
Harry
Gary
Kane.
Lane.
Harry
Yeah.
Kane from Tottenham
Oh.
Hotspur. Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspur. They want to go for Harry Kane to build the future. To build the futures around him. What they're gonna convince Harry Kane for, I don't know yet. If he's gonna leave
So
and go
we
to
can
Newcastle.
all say that financial fair play is not gonna do anything, right?
Yeah, but
So
ain't gonna do
the
nothing.
one that I'm sure about is I'm sure of Coutinho and Matt Aaron of Newcastle. Harry Kane also I'm not sure because Harry Kane has to make a decision. Do I stay in Newcastle and wait for the project or do I go to a Champions League team? It depends on what Harry Kane
You
wants.
gotta go to a team that wins trophy now because
Yes.
Newcastle they're not gonna win trophies.
It's a
right
long time
away.
process. It's a long time process. Is it gonna be part of the process? I don't know yet. So they have to wait and see. But I'm sure of Coutinho. They want to go for Coutinho. They're already speaking to Coutinho's representative already.
Interesting.
They'll go for Coutinho in January. Now it depends on the manager though. What the manager wants.
Yeah.
So, but the Saudi Arabia said they are ready to whatever manager they want that is gonna come over. They're ready to give him the money he wants. They're ready to support. And I'm hearing some stupid. I'm not gonna call it stupid news. In my lifetime right now, I do not see it happen. But if that happens, being the Chelsea, I need to revisit the I need to revisit some stuff. I'm hearing Zinedine Zidane may take over Newcastle.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I'm hearing. Because the Newcastle hierarchy they are giving their all to convince Zidane for the project. They say they're gonna give him how much he wants, whatever player he wants in this world football, they will get it for him. Whatever player he wants, they will give him the money and the backing he deserves, they will give him the backing. And they are ready to give him all he wants. If Zidane take over Newcastle, I'm done.
That'd be
I
interesting,
doubt it.
actually. That'd be interesting, though.
Because
You're done.
if I'm
If
Zidane,
that
I think Zidane
happens,
wants to do
I'm done.
international now.
I'm done. If that happens, Vilton, I'm done. I'm done watching football if that happens. Do you know how good Zidane will be? Having the backing of Saudi Arabia with him?
What? Salah is clean. What the hell is this?
It won't go well. So, guys, like the base subscribe. Like the base subscribe tomorrow. Post match action for the France versus Spain for the Nations League final tomorrow. So join us tomorrow, guys, as we talked about the Nations League and we round up about it, guys. And next week, finally, the EPL is coming back after international break has been boring for me. So finally, I can watch some EPL matches finally. So guys, like the video, subscribe, guys. Peace and God bless everybody. God bless you guys.
Bye. See ya. Shout out to Mark
Shout out,
Morigat.
shout out. But I hope Spain wins tomorrow.